We are live. Welcome back to another live stream. We're doing it for the Oldham Athletic v Walsall game. There's one change to the side with Josh Gordon coming in for Emmanuel Osadibi. I think that's good. I'll just wait for some people to get in and I'll give my thoughts ahead of the game, as we're only about 4 minutes away from kickoff now. My score prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for the Saddlers. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Josh Gordon to get the goal today. So yeah. Hello everyone that's in the live stream. Thanks to the 2 viewers that are currently in. Leave your score predictions in the chat. What you think for the game today. Hello Sir Couchy05. Welcome to the stream. Like I said, I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for the Saddlers. I'm going to go with Josh Gordon to get the goal now as he starts for the Saddlers. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game like every game in this league. No game in this league is easy, so I'm expecting another tough game today. You're right, Isaac. But yeah, thanks for the 3 viewers that are currently in. Appreciate it a lot. Make sure to leave a like on it, share it around, and yeah. Thanks, Jack. Who have Villa got in these midweek games, Jack? But yeah, like I said, 1-0 prediction today. I'll take any win. There'll be 3 wins in a row to get a result today. But yeah, kickoff will be shortly happening. It's meant to be about a minute away, but I think it'll be a bit delayed. Oldham are a decent side. I think they've built some form up. I think their manager was up for manager of the month, but the Walsall team's now coming out in the third kick tonight. And the team is Jack Rose in goal, Cameron Norman, James Clark, Dan Scott, and Zach George as the back four. Then Holden, then Alfie Bates, Kinsella. I think playing 4-4-2. Josh Gordon, Adebayo up front. And yeah. Hello everyone that's in the stream. Thanks for the 4 viewers that are currently in. Appreciate it a lot. Oldham have just come out now in their home kit. Leave a score prediction down in the chat. And the referees and the other officials are coming out now.
Welcome inside Boundary Park. This is
Oldham are unchanged for tonight's game.
After
their win on Saturday against Bradford City.
This evening for the Saddlers.
They're playing in a 4-1-4-1 formation. The player I think to look out for Oldham today is Connor McElhenney. He scored 11 goals so far this season, so I think he'll be a player to look out for. Just the one change for the Saddlers tonight with Josh Gordon coming in for Emmanuel Osadibi. So yeah. I think we're playing in a 4-4-2 formation, yeah, with Kinsella Bates in the midfield. Thanks for the 3 views that are coming in, appreciate it a lot. Make sure to share around this live stream, I'd appreciate that. Clark and the Oldham captain are in the ball halfway line there doing the point toss.
He's back in place of Emmanuel Osadibi now for the Saddlers, and the only change from that 2-1 victory against Bolton last Saturday. So it's Jack Rose, the goalkeeper.
But yeah, if you're new to the channel, so make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1.2k as soon as possible. So if you can help me get there, I appreciate that a lot too. Oldham are just in a team huddle now.
Ahead of them,
and kickoff will be shortly approaching now.
Liam Roberts, the goalkeeper, Stuart Sinclair, Keenan Lavery, Danny Guthrie, Emmanuel Osadibi, Hayden White, and Jake Scrimshaw. Oldham unchanged, same side which beat Bradford for the third time this season in 3 different competitions on Saturday.
So kickoff is just about to happen. I think Oldham are going to get kicked off. I think
Harry Clark, Carl
Oldham are going to get kicked off here at Boundary Park. Let's hope we get the win. Come on, you Saddlers.
Dylan Bahambula, Ben Garrity, Alfie McCalmont, Conor McElhaney, and then up front is Bobby Grant. The referee this evening is James Bell. 14th game in charge for the official, who was a National League referee last season, in charge of the National League playoff as well between Harrogate.
So yeah, thanks for the 3 views out currently, and appreciate it a lot.
2 sets of players have.
And kickoff has just happened, and Oldham pass it back, go to the right. Walsall pressing from the off here.
It's a case of hoping to build on what they've done in the last 2 games, Tom.
It certainly is, and I think if we look at the Tranmere performance,
so Oldham's throwing in the first 15 seconds in the Oldham, in the Walsall line.
Over that course of the 90 minutes, there could have been 5, 6, or maybe even 7 goals.
Thanks for the 5 views out currently, appreciate it a lot.
Darryl Clark in his interview after the game, you know, he clearly showed his frustration that we hadn't scored more in that game, and we go back
Oldham going to have thrown here on the right hand side
on Saturday.
Throw it down the line and play it inside.
In half an hour, but the pressure from the Saddlers.
Alfie Bates picks up the ball, plays it long, goes to absolutely no one.
3 points from that one.
Well, unlike the Tranmere game, the last away game, no fans here this evening.
Then they kick it long with Lawler up to Bobby Grant, who doesn't win it. Cameron Norman will collect and play back to Jack Rose.
Cheltenham Town. 1 win and 6 draws. Would a draw be a good result today, Tom, given Oldham's recent form?
I think it would be, but you know, the Saddlers have got a impressive.
Jack Rose kicks it long up to Adebayo, who wins it, plays into the path of Roy Holden on his left foot. Goes inside to Kinsella, I think, into Dansbo, who hits it long again. It goes to no one, and it's gone out for a Walsall
throw. Come on Saturday. Quick word on how they're lining up, Tom. Is it how we predicted?
It does look as
Oldham are going to have a throw in here.
Josh is out here on the
I think
right
Cameron
side.
Jackson's going to have it. The ex-Man United player throws it up to Bobby Grant.
The Saddlers have returned to their.
But Walsall managed to collect.
Josh in the team are 4-2-3.
Score prediction, I'm going to go 1-0 Walsall.
We'll get in touch throughout the evening if you'd like to, at Tommy Marlow and at Heslop96 are the ways you can do so.
Jack Rose kicks it long up to Adebayo, but he doesn't win it. Dan Scott tries to play it back up to Adebayo, but Oldham header away.
This evening, though, as I was tweeting a little bit earlier on,
are building some pressure here with Conor McElhaney. Here on the left-hand side.
McElhaney comes down the left-hand side.
Plays it inside for Bobby Grant.
Plays it infield now to McCalmont, and is back with Ntambwe, the Belgian ball.
Oldham are just keeping possession here in the second minute, by the halfway line.
It's down the right-hand side now for the hosts, the Latics with Bahambula.
They're coming inside here, but Walsall managed to tackle, and it only goes out for a high.
Alfie Bates is having a good little run of games in the midfield, isn't he, Tom, since that sending off?
Leave your thoughts on the team in the chat too. Lots to hear your thoughts. Obviously, just the one change, which I think we had to do just to keep the squad fresh going into this busy Christmas period.
It's worth for him, really.
Absolutely.
Oldham have got thrown here on the right-hand side. They throw it into the box.
50th game for Walsall.
But the referee's given a foul for the Saddlers.
Inside the Walsall penalty area.
No real chances in the first 3 minutes.
And it will be a free kick for the Saddlers. Just heard a goal at Molineux. It's 1-0 to Chelsea. They are ahead at Wolverhampton.
Yeah, Jack Rose is going to take
Giroud
the free kick.
Final touch for
here.
Chelsea.
Thanks for the 6 views that are currently in. Appreciate it a lot. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share this stream around. Appreciate that a lot. Josh Gordon wins header but goes straight to the Oldham defender. And I tried to clear, but Kinsella
charging down the
blocks,
clearance
but
from Harry Clark
doesn't really
there.
come
That
out
could
of
have gone
anything there.
anywhere, and it's fortunate from an
Now,
Oldham
Oldham are
perspective
building
that
up some
down
pressure
their
here.
right wing now, and a
Down
chance
the
for
right hand
Bambulla
side.
to run down the right for Oldham. He's got
Plays
3
into
minutes
Conor
on the
McElhenney,
table.
but
Good clearance away.
by
Good
Storm.
covering actually from Cameron Norman, the right back at centre half there to clear his lines.
Adebayo.
Danger for Oldham down that right side, Tom.
Excellent positioning
It's
from
a
Cameron Norman there. He's been superb so far this season. He's actually been
It's
one man of the
McDonald.
match for 2 of the last 3
Into
games. I
Bates,
think
I
he's been
mean,
superb and just showing his worth to the team there, being in the right place at the right time for the cutback.
I think this game will be won with 1 goal either way. I can't see being many goals in this game, but hopefully it'll prove me wrong. Obviously, their manager's Harry Kuehl, the ex-Leeds and Liverpool player.
Scored in that really big game at the top of the table at the Banks' Stadium. And despite Sam Manton's equaliser, it was Dilshut, I think, in the final minute, unfortunately for Wigan, in what was a crucial game in the end at the top of the table. This is a good one-touch football inside the Saddlers midfield, giving Holden a chance to run forward. Gordon on his right side of the penalty area here. Josh Gordon, cross, it's cleared at the near post away.
Decent chance for the Saddlers there.
And it'll be the first corner of the game.
It's excellent work in the middle there between Wes McDonald and Rory Holden. Wes has come into his own since the Tranmere
Holden
game.
plays out to Gordon. He tries to put a ball across the box, but Holden keep
especially in the second half,
corner.
really lively and looks good there, popping the ball off into Rory Holden. He played it into the path of Josh Gordon, going down the outside, and he's earned Walsall their first corner.
Well, Holden wasn't too impressed, he told us, with his set pieces on Saturday, but of course he did set up Dan Scarr for that.
Holden's going to take a corner here.
Most recent away game. It's the Saddlers'
Steps
first
back.
corner of the evening. We played just short of 6 minutes.
Puts
Holden
one arm
raises
up.
his left
He's
arm.
going to go front post, but you
Clutch
never
of
know.
players inside the 6-yard box, including Adebayo and Jules.
Holden puts
as
the
well.
ball into the
It's
box,
sent
goes
in
front
now
post, like I
on the
said,
near
but
post,
Dan
into the
Scarr
bar by Scarr,
hits the ball over
and
the
it will
bar.
be a goal kick.
Decent chance.
Dan Scarr makes the early move
6
towards
minutes
the
in.
near post, and I don't think whether that was planned or not, but the delivery was flat by Holden. Another one that's just reached the near post, and Scarr got his foot down there. And
so yeah,
just
6 minutes into the game, still Oldham Athletic 0, Walsall 0. Decent start, but let's hope we can build on this. Make sure to share around the stream, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. Norman here. Plays into Adebayo, who's going to hold it up, but the ref's gone back for a free kick.
Winning a free kick for the Saddlers on halfway on social media. It's a very good, I suppose, good afternoon, I should imagine, for Jason in Montreal in North America, where, well, there's been no precipitation for at least 60 minutes. That's pleasing.
Dan Scarr plays it to Norman, who heads it straight to Jackson. Oldham are in here, but I think he's offside.
Bobby Grant, the 5-goal striker. Paul, in touch.
Thanks for the 5 viewers, like I said, I really appreciate it a lot. Nothing really happened so far in this game, but like I said, I think this game's going to be one goal either
Stephen
way.
Stoll is wishing the lads good luck and hoping for another improved performance. And Neil,
Those goals long, Oldham head up to Bobby Grant.
Feeling about tonight. Enjoyed
Joyce winning a
beat
free
of
kick
mine,
after a handball, I think
with
there.
the tunes that were ringing around the
Make sure to get your thoughts in the chat too. Like to hear what you guys think for the game.
Not too bad, but I'm still seething from my journey, so I'm still quite hard to, if I'm totally honest. But
Holden's going to take
Oldham
free
away on a
kick.
Tuesday night, there were icicles forming under your nostrils.
I don't know what's happening here. This is James Clark's going to take this.
Quite stressed as the sat-nav clock made its way past 6 o'clock and further. Cliff getting a touch there. It needs to be 8:34 all the way. Thank you. And Roger wishing us good evening to the two Tommies.
Dan Scarr plays it long
better results, says Roger.
towards Adebayo, but doesn't reach him.
Messages already
McDonald.
tonight. We have played 8 minutes on
Tackled.
Walsall. Tom Marlow and Tom Heslop with you, and Dan Scarr with a
Now Alfie Bates
shot
headers
over
it
the
in the
bar from
middle.
Rory Holden.
Couple
One of
headers
the
there.
closest we've come to a goal so far. This time
The Oldham are here. Play
last
it down
season
the
was
right-hand
October
side.
when
Building some
beat
pressure
Walsall
up here,
2-0,
Oldham
Saturday
up.
game sent off, of course, in that game, and Bambulla looks lively on that
Well
right hand
defended
side.
by Zach
Jules
Jules,
equal to him, and he's
goes
won
out for a
his
goal
side,
kick.
a
Well
goal
played,
kick. Good
Jules.
work from Zach Jules there, Tom, and I think he's going to have his work cut out tonight.
He certainly does, but Bambulla looks very lively down that right hand side. You know, as soon as he gets the ball to his feet, he's looking to drive forward, and you know, he's looking to cause Zach Jules some problems. There was an
obviously, we've got Port
Vale
Vale on Saturday.
But
That'll be a tough game. But
as I
hopefully,
mentioned about
they'll
Cameron
3
Norman
points there.
earlier,
But
this,
obviously, we've got to
half,
focus
you know,
on this game first.
Zach Jules on the other side, both fullbacks have been brilliant in the last couple of games. And,
Zach Jules,
you know,
I mean,
it's going to be hard to knock
Jack
out
Rose
this
going
team
to take
whenever
the goal
George
kick.
Nurse is fit again.
Hits it long and
Hayden
high
White
up
coming
the
back
centre
into
of
the
the
side.
pitch towards
It's
Gordon, I think. But
sometimes it's
doesn't go anywhere near him. And then there's a bit of headers going on here. Oldham. Good switch across to Wes McDonald. Hopefully, we can build something up here. McDonald.
and a chance to run.
Couple step overs. His trickery.
McDonald is at the
Well
corner
played,
of the
gone
penalty area. He's got Holden and
penalty.
Adebayo in the box to aim for. Kinsella let the ball go across his body and he's fouled his man. McCalmont, and it will be a free kick for Oldham Athletic.
For me, there, Wes actually beats his man first. You know, he already does the hard work. The first step over goes inside of his phase there, and I think deliver the ball early. We've seen so far this season, especially in the last couple of games, where he's delivered the ball early. You know, it's caused teams problems. There was one quite early on in the Bolton game where he's caused an issue to the Wanderers.
Oldham took the free kick quick. Defenders just stepping into midfield. Adebayo got pressure, but hits it long towards Conor McElhenney. Tries to keep it in, but goes
out to the left wing from Harry Clark, the teenager. But
goes set for a Walsall
McElhenney
throw-in.
wasn't able to pluck the ball out of the sky there on that Oldham Athletic left wing, and it will be Cameron Norman with
Cameron Norman's going to take the throw-in here.
On this near side.
Up the line.
0-0 the score, 10.5 minutes played.
Gordon.
Orient have spotted our ahead at Morecambe.
Into
That game
Holden.
kicked off in the fashionable 6:30
Norman again.
kickoff time in
Campbell
League Two.
Jackson
Orient
missed
who had a very
kicks,
good
but
result,
Oldham
I think it was
defenders
3-4
there.
on
Hits up the
Saturday.
line
Ahead
towards
to
Bobby Grant.
Johnson's goal in the
For
18th minute
that
of the
James
game. So
Clark,
0-0. And I assume the game's at 7:45. I think all of them.
Thanks for the full views that are coming in. Appreciate it. If you're watching the game, leave your thoughts on the game so far. We're about 10 minutes into the game. Nothing really happened so far. Dan Score's chances, the only chance we really had so far from either team. Conor McElhenney.
McElhenney coming in from the left wing. A short ball behind him to the Brussels-born midfield man, Bryce.
Oldham.
Now Clark with a low ball.
Doing some good possession work here.
He's got 4 goals this season from midfield.
Keeping the ball quite well here, Oldham.
Bahambula and Clark and Walsall pushing them back, Tom.
Play it long up to Conor McElhenney. It goes out for Walsall throwing.
Last couple of games, we saw it at Tranmere, the high press
Scrum
really
fought
paid
1-0
for
up against Barrow. Obviously, Barrow sat the manager, David Dunn.
Usually at this level,
Saturday or Sunday.
But you know, hopefully it comes through for the Saddlers in this game as well.
That's Sadler just having a word with Cameron Norman.
3 points tonight, we could go really close to the playoffs, but depending on the results.
To their right is the 4th official, Carl Boyson.
James Clark's just doing up his boots here.
Just waiting, I think, James Clark to do up his right boot. I think that's the reason for the stoppage, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Just update listeners to BBC Radio WM now. 12.5 minutes played, still 0-0, a fairly even
Cameron
start.
Norman's
The
going to
Suns
take the
did have a
throw-in
chance just a few minutes ago. A Rory Holden corner from this near side. It's flicked over at the near post by Dan Scar.
Dan Scar heads it back to James Clark.
Clark plays the ball back to Jack
Rose kicks it long and high.
Fashion expert, what colour Rose is wearing tonight as it goes over
Up
halfway
to
towards
Gordon. Well
Josh
played,
Gordon. Gordon looping it over the head
into
of
Bates.
Ben Garrity, who's on loan from Blackpool for the season. Jules inside now to Bates. Bates spreading the play out to the right-hand side. Also done that
He
a couple
goes
of
back
times.
into Dan Scar. Plays a short ball into Gordon, but
Bobby Grant on his
Wilson got a foul.
heels there, and he's been fouled, has Dan Scar, and it will be a free kick for the Saddlers.
It's twice now that Dan Scar's actually been in a little bit of a tussle with Grant, and I think Scar
Also got a free kick here in the 13th minute.
Grant seems to be pinpointing the big Saddlers defender there, but I'm sure Dan will be able to handle himself.
There'll be some interesting battles throughout the evening. Certainly going forward as well. I've noticed Adebayo on Pierre Gianni a few times. He's just having a little push and shove with Dylan Fay to your right back.
Dan Scar's going to take this free kick.
The final third, Adebayo, as Dan Scar just inside his own half prepares to take this Free kick for the Saddlers. Messages from Nick, Richard and Rob to get to in just a second. We played 14 minutes. Scar plays a high ball out to the left-hand side. It's flicked on by Adebayo towards McDonald. Out of play. Rob says evening both. Already a better performance than last season. He says good to see Darryl Clark sticking with a settled core. Thinks this will help us to achieve better results. Richard wants to see... in fact, he said the most disappointing... thing about this game is the yellow versus blue strip combination.
James Clark plays it up to Adebayo, chests it down, but falls over.
Depends whether they want the washing
from
Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Fair enough, yeah. I used to play Super Cup football as a child, probably too young for you that game, or too old for you maybe I should say, but that was always red against blue. That's the traditional, maybe Subbuteo as well.
Gordon.
Probably the colours, weren't they? The traditional Subbuteo.
Dan Scott into the feet of Oldham. Gets fouled, I think, yeah.
23 years, 27 years.
15 minutes in, Oldham Athletic nil, Walsall nil.
I remember my sisters used to run across my Subbuteo and break
Dan
all the fingers.
Plays, Norman plays a great switch over to McDonald. Touches it the greatest. Tries to win it back, but gives him a foul.
50-50 to me.
Yeah, they did. Where's a brilliant
for the 6 views that are in, make sure to leave a comment in the chat. Barrow scored against Scunthorpe, Scott Quigley with the goal. The ex-TNS Blackpool Courtbound striker.
Nick's got a better eyesight than us watching on iFollow, asking if the Incredible Hulk is in the stand away to the right, where the goalkeeper Ian Lawler is tonight. I can't make out there's a good 25-30
goes out for Walsall thrown there.
Do you know where that would be, Tom?
Second row far left.
Oh yes, it is. It is. Yes, you're right. Either that or he's very ill.
He's painting himself.
Right, 16 minutes played, 0-0 the score. That's a good pick out from Nick. You probably spotted that when Scar's shot one over the bar. Did you from the corner? But yeah, there's a collection of fans to the couple cutouts at least behind the goal.
After that, drops off, doesn't it?
Joe Royal stands.
Adebayo's going to hold it up. Goes out for an Oldham throw.
2013, that was just rubble.
I think when we came last year, the room that's off over to the right-hand side that's got
obviously last time played Oldham, Matt Sadler got sent off. We lost 2-0, so hoping for not more the same tonight. Thanks for the 7 views that are coming in.
To come all the way back round again. So yes, I was
make sure to leave your thoughts in the chat. If you're watching the game tonight, Tan Taylor says, do you think Clark will be looking to strengthen the team in the next January transfer window? Definitely, I think striker. Still, I know Adebayo scored 2 and 2, but I still think we need an actual goal scorer who's going to score like a poacher. Maybe a left midfielder to challenge Wes McDonald. I know he's playing quite well at the moment, but yeah, it needs a bit more challenging.
Dean's got
England where else do we need to strengthen? That's probably about it at the moment. Maybe another right midfielder, but I think Darryl Clark will be looking to strengthen. Adebayo's got the ball here. Holden. Looking dangerous here. Holden's going through the defence. That's better. We need to do more of run at the defence. Because it's Oldham thing.
Because the Oldham defender came in on Holden there. It looked like it. I'm not sure. The way he connected with Holden, it was one for the referee and his assistant.
It's one of those. 1 second it'll go for a Walsall throw, and the other second it'll go for.
Oldham have got some cardboard cutouts of the fans behind the goal. Here's a chance from Dan Scott. Probably the only chance we've had so far. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I've got to quickly go to the toilet.
Scunthorpe 1-1 between Scunthorpe and Barrow now. Scunthorpe won ahead through Issa. Quickly replying 3 minutes later. Gordon flicking it back for Holden on the Walsall right wing. Now Norman. Holden again, keeping the ball in play. It's very tight on this near side, the Walsall right. And they will have a long throw, and that's the invitation for Dan Scar to come forward.
It is, and I think one thing I always mention, Tom, is that when we played Cheltenham away, Cheltenham's throwing was very flat, and Norman's is more of a loop. So Dan Scar really, or Elijah Adebayo, have got to be the ones winning this first header to flick onto the likes of Josh Gordon at the back post.
19th minute, long throw from Norman towards the 6-yard box, too high for Scar, headed away by McCalmont. Bates back towards the penalty area. Luke towards Adebayo. Brings the ball down well on this thigh. Now it's with Holden, who's looked at it certainly in the first 20 minutes. Out to the right-hand side, Cameron Norman. Norman with a couple of assists for Adebayo this season, and he's been thwarted by McCalmont.
Liam Gallagher says, hello mate, love your work, thanks. Just wondered whether or not you think there should be more.
Perfect for the Saddlers, and it allows Rory Holden another opportunity now to get the ball into the box, and also got the big men forward, Zach Jules, James Clark, Elijah, and Dan Scott.
Holden's going to take corner here
in the Oldham goal.
There are 4 yellow shirts inside the 6-yard box for Rory Holden to aim for here.
Holden,
also second corner of the game, so much higher one this time.
No.
In the end, it's an easy header away by Bahan Bula on that far side.
Alfie Bates plays it to
Bates back out to the right-hand side to Holden, to retreat nearly as far as halfway to keep possession. Holden, Norman with a ball out to the left-hand side, looking for McDonald. The Dents has just equalised for Wolverhampton Wanderers. 1-1
Where's
against
McDonald
Chelsea.
on the left-hand side?
Down this left-hand side. 3 blue shirts around him, but manages to find Kinsella, who squares it for Gordon. 25 yards.
Adebayo's in here.
Holden into path of Adebayo, right
Go
side
on.
of the penalty box.
Yes.
Adebayo's left ball across, looking for Holden, who's on the penalty spot, but it's been cleared away by Borthwick Jackson. But again, also looking good coming forwards.
More good work again there. Josh Gordon playing it inside to Rory Holden, who's played it out to Elijah, and his low crosses just cleared. But that all comes from the hard work from Liam Kinsella on that far side. He's done really well to win the ball back.
Oldham have got the ball here. 25 plays it back.
Tamway playing the ball back to Clark, who played 3 times for the Arsenal.
Hello, Oliver and James 170
at Oldham Athletic, but he'll have some defending to do here because Walsall on the
McDonald.
attack again and looking very promising in the offensive positions as McDonald pokes it to his right, and Holden's got Gordon just in front of him, plays it back to Norman. This is encouraging signs from the Saddlers as Norman feeds Gordon now. Gordon shot, takes a deflection straight at the goalkeeper. 0-0.
Good work again there, actually. The ball moved well, patient from the Saddlers. Josh Gordon just finding a little bit of space for himself. 18 yards out, and Pierre Gianni's done well there to block that shot, because it certainly looked like it was going to trouble Lawler in the Oldham goal.
How pleased are you to see
Dan Scott
to
Josh Gordon.
It's a positive move.
Into Cameron Norman. He's driving at the Oldham defence here. Back into Gordon.
Norman forward to Gordon now, sends the ball in, comes off the thigh again of Borthwick Jackson this time, and is cleared away by Tamway as Oldham have
thanks for the 10 years that are coming in.
The last few minutes. Walsall,
thanks for that.
Yellow.
Where's McDonald's in here? On the left-hand side. That's a penalty. Yes. Come on. Walsall got a penalty here. Where's McDonald? Ran at the Oldham defence very well. And the French fullback of Oldham pushed McDonald over.
Can we just also discuss there for
there's definitely contact. I think he's gone down a bit easy though there, but I'm taking it. Josh Gordon's going to take it. Get him. Oh, we can score this.
Down that left wing, he was tripped by Dylan Fage, the French fullback for Oldham Athletic, and a chance now on his return to the starting lineup.
Josh Gordon's going to take his penalty. 22 minutes in.
He was back in the squad, but it will be he who has the responsibility of
Josh
stepping
Gordon
up now against Ian Lawler.
Step up, touch with his right
What has
foot.
been a good spell for the Saddlers. The referee, James Bell, just checking that the outfield players are outside of the penalty area now.
Gordon steps to his left, takes it. Yes! Come on. Josh Gordon puts the Saddlers ahead. 4th goal of the season. Get him.
Penalty from Josh.
Confident and calm from Josh Gordon. Did a little step to his left, little stutter, goes to the bottom right-hand corner. Very cool and calm from Gordon. That'll give him some confidence after being out for so long. Change his banner.
Fit and ready to come straight back into this team. But I was going to say, just before we went over to the listeners at WM there, that penalty came from the hard work of Liam Kinsella again over on that left-hand side. He won the ball back. He allowed Wes McDonald that space inside his full-back there to drive forward and take the ball past him and get that penalty for the Saddlers. And I think you mentioned that it is just reward for the Saddlers to be 1-0 up there. We have been superb in this opening spell of the game.
real reward for what has been a very good last 5-10 minutes for the Sadlers.
Yeah, Sadlers are 1-0 up.
Dropped his yellow card onto the floor here, and he's going to be giving
Josh Gordon with the goal.
Yeah, because
late on Liam Kinsella
was down, wasn't he? Yeah, in the centre circle.
This referee as well, Tom, certainly likes his yellow cards. Myself and my colleague Paul Girani, who's been on here before, looking at his record. It's his 14th game, and that's now his 41st yellow card.
Oh, you've done your research. 5 reds as well.
5 reds, yeah.
So yeah, 1-0 to the Sadlers.
His name's James Ball on the official team sheet, but given that they've
Josh Gordon with the goal,
and they've put too many vowels in Keelan's first name, I'm sticking with what I wrote down. There's a lot of A's and O's in Keelan Lavery's first name there, aren't there?
We won't even go into that one.
If we're talking about games like FIFA and
pass it home, long and high to the left-hand side.
Those A's and O's. It's 1-0 to the Sadlers. Josh Gordon with his 4th of the season, his 2nd penalty in the last 4 games. Different penalties. The one against Stevenage came off the crossbar and powered that high past the Stevenage keeper on that Wednesday night. This one very calmly taken. It was into the bottom right corner with Lawler.
Oldham coming forward here, put a ball into the box, but no one's there. But
come out to this
someone's
near side the Walsall right, and that's the first we've seen of the Oldham attackers in the last 10 minutes.
It certainly is, and it was a good ball in from, I believe it was Hambula over on that far side. More good work from him, and it's actually a really good ball into the box. But if it had been 6 inches lower, I think it would have been, it's certainly a really good chance for the home side. But
Norman's intense throwing here, 25 minutes in. Oldham 0. Oldham 0, Walsall 1.
Mark says it's nice to see Josh Gordon put away 2 penalties now since his return. We had a few
Gordon's
misses
holding
in
off the
his
player
absence.
there, gets free
Great play
kick.
again from the Sadlers. Carlos Flash, get in, he says. And Rich says, I won't tell you word for word what he said, but he was very cold the last time he
Free
came
kick
to,
here, Dan Scar.
to Oldham.
Sorry about the banner, I can't really change it at the moment. I'll probably try and change it at half time.
I'm still very
Whenever, whatever you score, I'll change it at half
Based on
time.
the journey we've had up the M6,
Dan Scar's going to try and take the free kick up the line. You can go to anyone. Holden gets it into Norman.
Gets it back from Holden, but the ball down the right wing has come off the Oldham
Comes
man.
off the Oldham
Rob
player,
in
goes out
Solihull,
for
enjoying
Walsall
the
throwing
performance.
up in the.
This is a good ardent
In the Oldham
to
half.
Campbell, Sadler's biggest fan in Germany. He says he is a fan of the M6 en route to Scotland. I'm not as convinced tonight. Rob, thank you for your message though. We have played 27 minutes inside boundary.
Norman with a long throw to Adebayo. Into Gordon.
The goal scorer from the penalty spot. Josh Gordon, right side of the
We're
area.
just throwing
Kind of
Gordon
flick it
there.
back to Norman. I'm enjoying how far forward Norman's coming in the first half, and he's got a throw in now, which he will line up, and it will be long because Dan Scar has come forward. James Clark and Zach Jules have stayed back. Long
Norman.
throw from Cameron Norman towards the penalty spot, towards Scar. It's headed away. Bates trying to get his foot in there, but Oldham now will break on the counter attack. 4 men forward in this attack, and McAlaney plays it out to the right hand side. That was a
Oldham
good ball
here.
to Bahambula. Bahambula running at Kinsella. He's into the penalty area now. He's got his feet
Tackle
in
him.
the muddle there, but he's still
Don't
managed
that.
to regain the ball. Right side, cuts it back, looking for McAlaney.
Oldham,
Away
some
by
pressure up
Alfie Bates,
here.
but Oldham still have it with Garrity. Out to the right-hand side it goes. That's a good defensive challenge
Well
by
played, go
McDonald,
on.
and now it's going up the other end for
Adebayo
the
turns.
yellow, and
We're in
Adebayo,
here.
a good drag
Playing.
to take it away from Ntambwe, and he will come forward now.
Right.
Gordon making
Oh,
a run.
okay.
Oh, he's just
Not
off the
idea.
heels of the lucky
Adebayo
Gianni. But Walsall is still coming
into
forward with
Oldham.
Adebayo just behind
Just behind
Oldham,
Oldham.
and it's out to play. It's end-to-end time.
It certainly is. Brilliant work from Bahambula over on that far side. We've mentioned his name a couple of times in the opening spell of this game, and he's certainly causing the Sadlers a few problems. He seems to be the liveliest Oldham player when they go forward. But good defensive work again from Liam Kinsella there, allowing the ball to come back out to Wes McDonald, who Mayad has done superb defensively in the last couple of games as well. He's certainly not sure.
Oldham got thrown here with Borthwick Jackson.
The ball forward for Elijah Adebayo.
Oh,
Scars clears away. He
could
wasn't
be in trouble
looking,
there,
and,
Scar.
The midfielder Garrity came across. He
went to
get his
clear
head
it,
to the
and
ball,
then
Scar has
one of their
connected,
players came across, and I
perhaps
think he just
with
hit
his
him in the
boot
head.
with the older
Nicked him on
midfielder,
the
or it was the ball that's laid him out. in front of us here, and he's having a word with the referee, who I think has seen what an accident that was from Dan Scar, and he's just trying to calm the midfielder down. Tom.
Yeah, he's not done it maliciously. He's not raised his boot to kick Garrity in the head. He's done it to clear the ball. And Dan Scar's got eyes for the ball there, and only eyes for the ball. And
I'd agree with that.
James Bell has recognised that, and it's a free kick for
He's there to be
a fairly dangerous position there.
Across.
Yeah, and he's just pacing where Josh
Bobby
Gordon against the stand, the one-man Walsall wall. And it will be a free kick for the home side on this near side, their left. It will be delivered to the penalty area. The big men
here on the left-hand side, going to tangle with his left foot.
Bobby Grant, the striker, to deliver
puts the ball
high
into the
left-footed.
box.
Rose made the call
Rose
to
comes to come out,
it's too high for him, and it's away to this right-hand side. Fage,
on the right-hand side, the Oldham put the ball into the box.
Clark, will the
Oldham call the ball.
Oldham Athletic attack profit from this corner? They have their first of the game. No chances so far that they've mustered. No
Oldham fan here. We poor at home. We rely on the counter-attack. We haven't been great away this season. We've only won the once away at Tranmere. So, yeah. You won your last game at home against Bradford.
To deliver a ball into the box, and they've certainly got some big men in their side.
It's their striker, isn't it? Bobby Grant, who's taking all of these set
You
pieces.
need to keep your Connor McElhenney quiet, I think, tonight. If you've done so far, they've got a ball into the box. Gordon headers it away, and this is going to push the Saddlers up the pitch.
Inside the centre circle, in the Oldham half, Borthwick Jackson has wasted that clearance. It's back for Jack Rose, but no shots on goal so far for Rose to have to deal with.
No, he's looked very comfortable, and I think he actually came into the side here last year. It was one of his first appearances in the league. He came in to replace Liam Roberts. I think it was his first of 4 consecutive starts for the Saddlers, but he's not looked trouble in the Walsall goal at this moment.
Phantom Sam Fuso coming in. Walsall here, Adebayo. Tries to header, but just misses out. Now he Bates in midfield. Heads out to Wes McDonald. Plays to Jules. Go on. Bit of a heavy touch there.
13th in all. Would be nice if he was to keep his first
free kick to Oldham.
Clean sheet.
Make sure to share around the stream too. I appreciate that a lot too.
He's kept so far. His last away game, Rose between the sticks, was the first time that he was victorious on the field when Walsall beat Tranmere 3-1. But he's had a fairly quiet half so far as Gordon pokes the ball out to the left-hand side and gives McDonald something to chase. Fage back to the goalkeeper Lawler. He didn't look confident there when he
Lawler
volleyed the ball away, and Fage has done what to control
a bit dodgy here at the back, but when throwing. Rob Walker let them lose the play safe. Bradford are very poor, though we've beaten them 3 times in 4 weeks. Yeah, that's what the old follow said.
He gave the ball away when he was under pressure from West McDonald, and we saw it numerous times.
Bradford were bad when we played them earlier on in the season at Valley Parade.
Andy in New South Wales, where
they're not sitting the best in the league, but I think they'll turn it around.
Seeing sunrise.
Like,
on
they also sat there, manager Stuart McCall.
Probably a lot
Saturday
more
or
than where
Sunday.
Jason is tonight. But thank you for
A
your
lot of
message.
managers
Enjoying the yellow
going
cards
into
spat off between the 2 Toms. Looking good with Holden playing in the central role and Gordon on the right. Much better balance, he says. Thank you for your message.
Walsall here.
Andy,
Where's McDonald? Plays into Holden. Puts the ball into the box. Gordon! Oh! That's a great chance for the Saddlers. Great ball in. Great ball in from Holden. I think that came off the Oldham defender.
And it's out to play for a corner.
Yeah.
It's a perfect ball in from Rory Holden there. He's just stood it up to the back post.
Floated it to the back post.
Gordon's perfect for that right-hand side. He's somebody who's going to go and attack that ball. And
corner ball for the Saddlers, which Holden's going to take.
Certainly great in the air, and brilliant defending from Borthwick Jackson there to make sure he stopped what looked like a certain second goal for the Saddlers.
Saddler's third corner of the night. 12 minutes to go until
Holden
half
puts
time.
two hands
raises
up.
both arms this time as he prepares to deliver from this
Delivers with his
right-hand
left
side.
foot,
Left
plays
foot
it in.
headed away at the near post by
Norman.
Grant. Norman nodded back in towards Scar in a battle there with Clark, and now it will be cleared away as far as the very low
tried to hit us on the
Buller
counter-attack, but
sliding in there. First Bates had a go, then Kinsella. Two midfielders teaming up to thwart the the man who's played for Monaco and Dijon. He's got a cap as well for the Republic of Congo. We'll update listeners to BBC Radio WM now. 11 minutes remaining in this first half. Also still leading thanks to that Josh Gordon penalty midway inside the first half. But Gordon came very close again to doubling his and the Saddlers' advantage. Rory Holden standing up a ball to the back post. There he was, Gordon, but Wilfred Jackson just thwarting him to hit it away for a corner. 1-0 the Saddlers lead.
Place it into Cameron Wilfred Jackson. Tries to put a ball into the box, but Walsall block. Thanks for the 5 years that are currently in. Appreciate it. Make sure to share it around. If you're watching the game too, leave your thoughts on the game so far. Not many chances so far in this game, but
it's here in the northwest.
Walsall obviously in front 1-0 at the moment.
Oldham corner. Big men again forward from the back. Bahambula is just by the penalty spot. It's sent in now. Box. It's a diving header from Clark, I think. Well, no, it's Piergiani, wasn't it? But that's well
Walsall,
wide. But a chance
goal kick
for Oldham, and it's wide. Well, Wolves have got a penalty at Molineux against Chelsea. Reece James has brought down Pedro Neto, and it will be a penalty for Wolves. But what did you make of that corner?
I'll also give an update on the other scores in League 2 at half time and read out stats on the game so far. Adebayo loses it and header, but goes to Holden. We could be in here. I mean, Gordon. Adebayo! Decent effort there.
The goalkeeper is claiming that he didn't touch it. And when he did, it was out of play first, and it will be a goal kick after all that.
I think if the goalkeeper's not touched that, he's hit the post, the outside of the post. It's an excellent strike from Elijah there. He's taking the chance early and tried to catch Lawler off guard at his near post, and he nearly did that.
Decent effort there from Adebayo. Tried to put out Ian Lawler at his front post. Just hits the post.
The penalty at Wolves. Wouldn't that be funny if that got ruled out? That's Dan Scarr in the end. Grant. Who will it bounce for? Well, it will bounce for Garrity, left side of the penalty area.
Oldham could be in here on the left hand side. Put ball into the box. Scarr defending by Scarr.
On his feet to clear the ball away.
Scarr's been solid again, I think.
A throw in on this near side. Adebayo being denied by the woodwork.
Adebayo's pressing well here.
Fancy with the goalkeeper's position, it was either going to be a save or the woodwork. I don't think it was going to creep in, but you never know, do you? Sometimes they come off the goalie and in, off the post and off the goalie, but he's had a go there on a bio. He's got 2
Thanks to the 7 viewers that currently in. 26 minutes played here at Burnley Park. Currently Oldham 0, Walsall 1. Sorry I haven't changed the balance, I'll do that at half time.
15 games less than what it was last season.
We need to get Zach Durnley on. He's been injured. He's a decent striker here. He's in either one from signed from Manchester United. I've heard good things about him. Adebayo holding it up well here.
Career in the Football League, of him scoring 3 games on the bounce. So
welcome to the stream.
He's got a lot of confidence at the moment in him, and you can certainly tell that when he's on the pitch because he's playing with a bit of
Ian Lawler's going to kick it long.
8 minutes remaining in this first half. Oldham 0, Walsall 1.
That's got headed it into Norman.
Cushions a header down
yes,
for Norman.
United, yeah.
Bates is going to have to be careful here. And he's been dispossessed
no, Bobby Grant plays it. Great save. Oh my days. They've had about 2 chances there. Great save from Jack. I'll explain in a minute, but Walsall could be on the counter attack. Great save from Jack Rose, and then the follow-up, they hit the bar. And then
if that man he's holding his back at the moment, so it looks like he's taking a ball.
So Bobby Graham plays it across. Great save from Rose. He gets a follow-up, hits the bar. Kinsella throws his body on the line there too.
Pulled out of mud by his central midfield
quality.
He's done superb, and Saddlers fans who've watched him considered grow over the years know that is him down to a T. Superb from him.
Ball in from the right hand side. Out
over the bar from across from Oldham.
Just trying to talk through that again there. So Bates was caught in midfield by McAlane, who played it forward to McCalmont, whose first shot was saved very well by Rose diving to his left. Then it was McCalmont, I think, again, was it? It was
hit the
came
crossbar.
off the crossbar. And then it was Bahambula's fierce volley. My word, it was travelling. But
Actually,
Kinsella was
5 years
there
old, currently in.
to get in the way. Body on the
Oldham
line.
just had a very good chance to equalise there. Alfie Bates was
and you know,
caught on the ball in
mentioned
midfield.
Alfie's been pulled out of the mud there by his midfield
But,
partner, but
yeah,
also by the goalkeeper Jack Rose, who's not had much to do
Oldham,
if
good
anything
chance
in this opening half. And
any Oldham
really
fans
wanted
in
to
the
say,
live stream, actually subscribe to the channel, share it around. If you're watching this live stream too, make sure to share it around. I appreciate that too.
You know, I think would have been
Oldham
agreed had they gone behind there, been drawn level there, sorry, because they've been superb in this opening half.
Superb work by Liam Kinsella and Jack Rose there to keep Walsall's clean sheet
building some
intact.
pressure up here. They've had a couple of chances in the last 5 minutes.
The last time
But overall, Walsall been comfortable
Walsall
really in
kept the
this
opposition
game.
out.
Not many chances in this game so far, but Walsall haven't really been
Now Bates.
troubled. Bates plays
Saw
into
the
Gordon.
opportunity there to dispossess
Great
the
ball
old
to
man.
Wes
Now
McDonald. He's going to get there. Here we go. Come on, Wes.
Forcing McDonald wide, but he should be able to keep the ball in play.
Go on, Wes.
On that left-hand side by the corner flag. He's got
He's
Harry
going to hold him up.
company out there. McDonald with a bit of juggling, but is going to play.
He's really unlucky there, actually. The Saddlers do well to force Oldham back and then into the press where Alfie Bates has played into Josh Gordon, who's managed to get it back to Rory and try and ship it out.
We've got a viewing from Indonesia. Thanks for that.
The pass has just got a little bit too much venom on it. And
welcome to the stream too.
West can't do anything with it in that far corner.
Still trying to write down the previous chance. There were 3 opportunities that Oldham had there after all of that.
Jack Rose.
Just about got round the same block.
Flexible.
It's been that sort of half, really.
Right, viewers here. Thanks for the continued support on this live stream.
An entertaining game again from the Saddlers. They've
Jack Rose kicks it long up to Adebayo. Tries to hold off his defender, but the defender gets there. Dansgaard headers it wayward. Now Oldham could be in.
4 minutes to half time. This would be
4 minutes plus stoppage time till half time. Oldham down the right hand side. Tries to go ball. Oh, well played.
Back to Jack Rose. Outstanding defending.
Impressive. Norman has been very good this far. So far this season. Just chests it back to Jack.
Yeah, it is very good defending there from Cameron Norman. No panic about him. Just
Jack Jules is down.
Calm, chest down, back into to Jack Rose, his goalkeeper. And he must have got a shout there from Jack Rose to be able to receive that straight back to him. And he's
Carlisle, a 1-0 up against Mansfield Town. Looking good this season, Carlisle. They're near the top 3 now.
Mistakes also look hungry tonight. Great save from Jack, he says.
Port Vale 1, Forest Green 0, own goal from Stokes. We've got a play then on Saturday.
The pillar that I can see to my left is right in the middle of the goal, but I was able to see Rose's save. Luckily, the pillar to my right.
Jack Jules is currently down. I think he might have a bit of
perfectly. Okay. Just can't see. Jack Rose was stood directly behind the pillar where he made the save. So, fortunately for iFollow listeners, you've got a perfect view of it.
Yeah, and I can see the chap that's filming for iFollow. He's about, 15, 20 rows in front of us. He's pointing his camera to the left, where the Walsall players are grabbing some drinks from
I've been impressed with him.
Sadler and Brian Dutton, and
he has created a lot of
Bradley's there as well.
Chances down the right hand side,
just,
I think.
Going through
I've been impressed with him.
The Sadler's bench: Sinclair, Lavery, Guthrie, Osadibi, White, and Scrimshaw. Of course,
welcome to the stream.
Sadler resuming his
we've played very well.
Role as
The
he has in the
Saddlers,
last 5 or 6
played
matches.
decent so far.
The only real defensive.
Obviously, we've had the goal. Obviously, Gordon had a chance, and then Dan Scores had a chance. No real chances in this game so far.
He's got his board out, hasn't he?
So whether we see
I
Hayden
think
White in at that,
I think Hayden White's going to come on for Zach Jules. Hayden White's coming on for Zach Jules. So the Cameron Norman's going to go over to left back, or we're going to change formation, or Hayden White's going to go to left back.
Hayden White's coming on, and it does look as though he's going to go straight into that left back.
Might change your formation here.
It as much, does it? If you've got just the one player out of position, and well, the the curse of the left back.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Zach Jules because he's been superb since he's come into that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Zach Jules has been good since he's come into the side.
It's just a precaution whether he,
I don't know if it was cramp. I don't really know. Didn't really see it on the eye follow. Just went down.
But it is a shame to
Oldham
see him off.
back heel. Adebayo's choice and win it. Normal. I think we're
Out,
sticking with the same formation. It looks like.
Fancy he'll return to the 18 on Saturday for Jules, who's just thrown a bit of tape, is he, on the floor there, and the frustration that he's very fine run of games. This was his 17th appearance with the Saddlers this evening. Only made the 22
second half
in
would be
last
interesting.
Season, and he's had his evening cut
I don't know
short.
if we're going to just sit on this. It'll be a great 1-0 result to our Oldham. You'll be coming out 5-in probably. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game in the second half. Maybe see some more chances on down right hand side with the front. They're going to take it quick.
Busy evening with Dylan Bahambula, the Frenchman, down that right hand side, and now it's White's turn to.
He's been their danger man, I think.
Bahambula will be dealt with again by the excellent Cameron Norman. Now Adebayo.
Also Jackson.
Chance of a man on, and
now Oldham could be in here.
McCalmont's got the wrong side of
oh no, tackle him.
Across the 18
plays it across.
Garrity here. Garrity out to the right hand side, and Bahambula.
Oh no.
Bahambula gets the ball.
Oh,
it's come off the post.
Oh my.
It's gone all the way.
How's that not gone in? Oldham with their danger man. I think it's don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's hit the inside of the left post. I don't know how that's gone across the goal line. Here's the replay. Number 6 plays out into gets onto his right foot, a bit of a deflection, hits the post, and luckily
he's causing us all sorts of problems down that right hand side, and Hayden White coming on now was really got his wits about
Jackson.
him. He looks as though he's Oldham's liveliest player, and he looks as though he's going to be the cause of anything good going forward for the home side.
Would you believe he's only scored 1 goal this season? That was last Saturday. He's got one in his last, one in one.
Yeah, he scored a good goal last Saturday. I know.
Maybe a bit like the
I know Bradford didn't close it down, but it was a decent goal.
In that 3-1 victory at the weekend, their 3rd win this
season. I don't know how
he's
not scored that.
Dismissed Stuart McCall, didn't they, as a result?
Are you watching the game, Rob?
Losing their jobs on Sunday. Barrows went as
Cameron Norman plays it out.
Both have played Walsall this season.
He plays it into Alfie Bates. He plays it back into Norman. We could be in here. Straight pass. Cross that. Great ball.
Okay. Jackson. Now clearance away by
Holden. Shoot.
Holden, let's go.
Oh!
Moved in the air, and the goalkeeper didn't look
decent chance there. Oh, Holden. The long range shot. And in Hauler doesn't manage to deal with it, but gets his second attempt.
From distance, but Rory's got a wonderful left
foot. You're watching me here
to have a strike from what looked as though it was 25-30 yards. He's caused Laura a few problems, but unfortunately for the Saddlers, there wasn't.
What do you think the score will be in the second half?
Tapping for a second Saddlers goal.
And the boys going to hopefully win this. Maybe jumped a bit too early there.
I didn't see the stoppage time. That was probably 2
minutes.
That's it.
Half time, Oldham Athletic 0, Walsall 1.
Blows his whistle, and it has been
very
a good first half.
Good half for the Saddlers.
Thanks to Josh Gordon's
penalty gives the Saddlers a 1-0 lead going into the half time break. Oldham have had chances, Walsall have had chances. Obviously. But yeah, decent half on the Saddlers, played decent. Been quite solid at the back. Stephen two chances in the last 10 minutes of the half. But yeah. Thanks for 6 views that are currently in. If you come in from watching the game, make sure to leave your thoughts on the half so far. I'll just change this banner while it's half time. So.
The home side have come close through Bahambula hitting the post as well, and then good save from Jack Rose, and before threw his body on the line to
I'll read the stats out in a bit too when it comes on.
Let's not forget Elijah hitting the post, of course, which you said there, and I had forgotten. So Jake in touch to say, hope you've wrapped up warm in the hills of Oldham. Thank you for your message. Lee saying we definitely need that second goal. Great play so far.
Hopefully get second goal in the second half.
looks like Jules was holding his hamstring. Any news on the Nurse injury? That's gone quite quiet, Tom. Do you know any more on George Nurse? Because, well, we're all going to be looking at who's going to...
Oh, sorry for the echo.
Following your heart, spirit, and soul. You make every tackle, score every goal. You're part of it wherever you are in the world. From the first minute until the last kick. Victories, heartbreaks.
There we go. All sorted. Let's get back on.
Devotion, supercharging emotion. For you, there is only one. Abiding loyalty, togetherness, that is second to none. Follow every kick.
So yeah, right.
Every goal.
Just done the banner now, I think. Right. Yeah.
With coverage spanning the globe.
I'd like to think we will make changes that might make a difference. Yeah, I think you could make some changes at half time. See how well do you think we're playing? Been a decent half. I think that second goal, need a second goal in the second half to see this game out, but it's been a decent half. Both chances for both sides. They've hit the crossbar. A good save from Rose too. They've hit the post too. Yeah, probably had the better chance as well. But yeah, just thanks to the 10 viewers that are currently in. Leave your thoughts on the game so far if you're watching.
She's definitely left her mark on this game.
Ready?
Football at home with Screwfix, proud partner of the EFL.
You sound well organised. If you sit on this, we might struggle. Write it down. It's a shame. Oh, he's injured. I didn't know that. I'm a bit worried. Make sure I did a preview for the game, so I want to go and watch that at half time. I did say Danny Rowe could be a player to look out for
As last year, we
in
sold over
this
12,000
game.
homes for our customers up and down the country, whoever they support. Go online and book a valuation today. Your Move, official supporter of the EFL. And be
Sorry.
ready to smash it in that
Muted
absolute
myself.
bro. Big moments.
Yeah, thanks to the 6 viewers that are coming in. Make sure to leave your thoughts on the game so far.
Papa John's, official partner of the EFL.
We can start.
Sorry again. Yeah, decent half. Just waiting for the match stats. Sorry if you can see me at the moment. Make sure, if you watch from another team, to leave your who you're playing tonight. If you're playing Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah. We need that second goal in the second half too.
That's less than 50p per can. Now includes free shipping. Visit CarabauEnergy.co.uk to redeem the offer.
But yeah, I saw your preview. I like to hear other fans' opinions. Yeah. Thanks for watching the preview. Appreciate that.
Championship doesn't stop to the last day. Look at this. That's the WWE as soon as a good.
But yeah, thanks for the views that are currently in. Just waiting for the match stats to come on. If you're watching the game, get in the chat and give your thoughts on the game. Where, if you're an Oldham fan watching, where you think you need to improve going into the second half. If you're a Walsall fan, what are your thoughts on the first half performance? I think it's been quite decent. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to go with 2-0 prediction for the second half. I'm going to go with who scored. I'm going to go with Wes. He's looking decent again. Wes McDonald again.
Oh, he slotted it right in! Right, Football at Home with Screwfix, proud partner of the EFL.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I've just got to go and do something.
They're on course, yes, Richard. Oldham 0, Walsall 1 at the break. A lead given to them from the penalty spot by a man who's made his return to the starting lineup tonight, Josh Gordon. Wes McDonald stretched his legs down the Walsall left-hand side. He was brought down by the fullback Dylan Fage. The referee pointed to the spot. Gordon stepped up and sent Ian Lawler the wrong way. His second penalty in 4 games on his comeback, his 4th of the season. Adebayo was denied by the post as Walsall asserted their authority in the opening 35 minutes. But Oldham have given them 2 huge scares as we closed in on half-time. On 38 minutes, Alfie Bates caught in possession by Conor McAlaney, who fed Alfie McCalmont. His shot was well saved by Jack Rose. The rebound was then smashed off the bar. Baham Bula's venomous volley was then superbly blocked by Liam Kinsella, throwing his body in the way of the shot. Hayden White then had to come on for Zach Jules, who pulled a hamstring, and straight afterwards, Baham Bula, again the lively man down the right-hand side, had a shot, hit a deflection off White, came off the inside of the post, rolled along the goal line and away. And before the referee blew his half-time whistle, Rory Holden had a swerving shot, which Ian Lawler got down to just about make the diving save. It's been a very entertaining first half, but Walsall are on course for their 3rd win in a row. It's Oldham 0, Walsall 1 at the break. I shall return in about 2 minutes.
I'm back, sorry. Sorry, I'm back now. Sorry. Thanks, Taylor says you could do with Andy Ritchie coming on, yeah. Yeah, what we thinking, Sadler's fans, going into the second half?
You don't need charge.
Sorry. But yeah, results: Morecambe 1-1 against Leighton Orient, Carlisle 1-0 against Mansfield, Oldham 0, Walsall 1, Port Vale 1-1 against Forest Green, Salford 1-0 up against Newport, Scunthorpe and Barrow 1-1. And then there's a couple of 0-0s in there. Make sure to share and stream. Back now. Oldham Athletic 0, Walsall 1. Let's hope we get another goal second half. Thanks to the 2 viewers that are currently. You can share around the stream, leave a like, subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. Get as many views in as possible, that'd be appreciated too. Thank you for viewers. I'm gonna 82% tackles, 1 for Oldham, 82 for Walsall, 8 interceptions for Walsall, 7 for Oldham, 1-1 blocks either way. But yeah, second half should be kicking off very soon. But yeah, like I said, I'm thinking we'll get another goal. I think we need that second goal. Southend 1-0 against Grimsby. A couple of 0-0 results in there. Morecambe 2-1 up against Leighton Orient there. It's a big result for Morecambe. They're just above us going into this game. 10th in the league. I think the teams are coming out now. Pretty even possession. They've had 15.2 possession. We've had 49.8. Not many shots, but for the teams coming out now, Oldham have just come out. No. Walsall should be out very soon.
Well, welcome back
and
inside
the linesmen have
Park.
just come
Tom
on.
Marlow and Tom Heslop bringing you second
Harry
half
Keels on
coverage
the
of
sideline, and Walsall have just come on.
Latest away day. We were just praising the music and how it sounded like a nightclub or a Ibiza, and then this comes on. What on earth is this, Tom?
I feel like I'm going for a plod along here, Tom.
A children's TV. I think I should have missed that.
Walsall, the gas kicks off for the second half.
What, the 80s?
That's a little bit like a retro Thomas the Tank.
Yeah, something like that, or the what are the ones that, not the Wombles, but that's that sort of vibe, isn't it? Right then.
Walsall against going to get us kicked off. Leave your score prediction for the second half in the chat. Let's get into the second half. Come on, you Savillers, come on.
To extend their lead and
we go back to James Clark, who's going to hit it long across the Oldham.
Second half, we're back and underway here at Boundary Park. Oldham 0, Walsall 1 is the score. Josh Gordon was the man with the penalty in the first half. Wes McDonald was brought down.
Triangle passes
Gordon
here.
Sent the keeper the wrong way, but
as
Adam has
reminded
us on social media, Oldham had a couple of
good header from
3 or 4 very good chances. Couple which came off the woodwork, maybe a little bit aggrieved to be behind at the breakers. But Hambula takes it past space and wide.
It's not a good start to the second half. No.
Guarantee his shot. Well, it's snuck through a couple of yellow
chances
down there to dive down to his right. Jack Rose makes a save.
Yeah, it's good work for game from Bahambula. Picking up where he left off in that first half, causing the Savillers problems down this right-hand side.
Jack Rose
White certainly got his work cut out.
Number 6 had a volley from the edge of the box, I think, and Jack Rose
it's a good save from Jack Rose again down to his right hand side as Garrity looked to record that strike quite cleanly.
If he'd hit that just with a bit more power, maybe, and
Adam's
bit
message
higher, than
saying he thinks Sadler's were quite fortunate to still be ahead at half time. If I was an Oldham fan, he says I'd be a bit irritated in going in at half time still.
Plays it back into Oldham, could be in here.
Is 1-0 to
tries to
the
get back
Sadlers.
His left foot. Wins a throw in.
About a minute and a half of this second half. Richard in touch on social media, enjoying the jibber jabbering that I have with the studio. In the middle of a global pandemic, the mundane every day is everything. Well, thank you for that message, Richard.
Finishes
who have to
Norman,
talk to my colleagues at BBC Radio WM from time to time. And Jazz letting us know, Mouldy Old Dough by Lieutenant Pigeon was the song. Thank you for your
Norman's going to take a long throw into the box.
Norman with a high, long throw into the box. Just too high for Adebayo, and it's headed away. Norman dragging the ball back to Bates, who tries to get the ball in. It's blocked at close range by the Oldham man.
No, Oldham are going to try and go forward.
Now down the left-hand side. Grant trying to play it back into McElhaney's path. But it's
he's long, looking for
Adebayo.
But
Oldham gets foot in there and
Adebayo into
forward now for Kinsella. Down the Walsall right-hand side, who's got Tambwe at his back, and he clears the ball as far as Bahambula. Two number 24s going head-to-head now, and Hayden White is watching him every step of the way as he makes his way back to...
He's definitely their danger man. They can't really get the ball off him.
Zach Jules went off injured 2 or 3 minutes before
Oldham keeping possession well here.
Jack Rose in goal, Cameron Norman, James Clark, Dan Scar and Hayden
White
the back four. Alfie Bates and Liam Kinsella in midfield. Wes McDonald, Rory Holden, Josh Gordon behind Elijah
takes the ball behind him. Alfie Bates tries to intercept.
He's all over the field, isn't he? He's lively. He's 4 assists to his name this season. Ball in from the left-hand side. It's just hit Norman. But it's cleared away, and now Gordon
his game so far.
Foot on the ball.
Go on, Bates plays it across
to
McDonald.
Now Kinsella into
McDonald. Go on. Go on, left foot. That's brilliant. Go on.
McDonald to the bar and cutting it back. Clark got it away, and it's a corner.
Great play from Wes McDonald.
Loose touch and flicking the ball onto Wes McDonald, and I actually think the Oldham defender's done really well there, just to push Wes onto the outside, and that heavy touch just a little bit further away than Wes would have liked. It's got a corner for the Sadlers now, and it's another good opportunity to send the big guys forward and to
Holden's going to take this corner.
4 minutes played in this second half. Oldham 0, Walsall 1 is the score. Rory Holden is the man to take this fourth corner of the evening for the Sadlers. Josh Gordon was offering himself at the near post. Now
goes short though.
Where's McDonald will do so? Left side of the penalty area. Just a
bit slow
clearance away by Fage.
Holden gets
now
back.
Holden will send the left-footed curler into the box. Diving header away this time by Garrity.
Holden.
And it will go out of play.
It's a waste for me that one time. They went for the short corner to start with Josh Gordon, and it was marked. And I don't think if it's marked off the first time, I don't think we should be going for it for the second time. But
thanks for the 4 views that are currently in. Appreciate it a lot. Make sure you share it around. Hayden White's on the ball. He does well. Plays it into Bates. Plays up the line to Adebayo. Go on. Done well there. Go on.
Getting his foot in there. There's a goal kick. Stu also in touch to say he wasn't too keen on the music at half time. Lieutenant Pigeon by Mouldy Old Dough was the final song, which got to number 1
Oldham
in September 1972. Apparently the only mother and son combo
Conor McElhaney
to feature in a number 1 single. Well, you didn't know you're going to be educated
around
about that.
Around the back.
Not just football faction.
The only father-daughter combination to top the chart. This is out of date.
Oldham
Nancy
step forward here with the ball.
Kelly and Ozzy Osbourne are number 1. I'm sure they did.
Building some pressure up here.
Picture out of my range that one, Tom.
Oh no, that was in the 2000s. That was. Oh, maybe out of your range. Yeah, maybe not time range, but.
Hayden White.
It's
White goes the ball up the line.
Nice little song.
And by Holden, it's going to drive with the ball. Gordon's making a run.
Go
Go on.
Oh. Hit it high and wide. First time Josh Gordon from 8 yards, but he couldn't have that killer touch, and that was a chance for the Saddlers.
Good chance for the Saddlers. Holden ball. Well, yeah, Adebayo to his left. Gordon to his right.
To Holden. Holden's hit the perfect pass there into Josh Gordon.
Just get a good connection on it.
Just before he's hit that, which is what he's caused it to spoon it over the bar. But that's an excellent chance for the Saddlers to
need the second goal.
They're really unlucky.
Kinsella well.
Kinsella sliding to do well to keep possession.
It's been brilliant to watch Kinsella.
Away from Grant just before the halfway line.
Back
to Alfie Bates. Bates just gesturing to say, well, where shall I play it? And he's played it very intelligently and very well out to the right hand side and giving Cameron Norman lots of space to run into.
Bringing the ball forward, well played. Go on. Put ball into the box. Oh, yes! Come on. Own goal. Get him. Come off the. I think it's the goalkeeper punched it onto the defender. Norman with a great ball in, great run down the line, and the Saddlers 2-0 ahead. Norman did brilliant to get down the right hand side here, gets past his man, gets close to the byline. Oh, it's Ian Lawler's punched it into the defender's face and it's gone in. But we need that look. We haven't been having that look so far this season. We got the goal.
You're always going to cause issues when you're
playing some good football since Gordon come back. Hopefully we can keep it up and get the 3 points. Yeah, now we're 2-0 ahead. I think we can hold on to this now.
For me, I think based on the chance we had a couple of seconds before that.
Brilliant play from Norman again, down that right hand side.
Again, another assist to his name, and talked about it with Adebayo in terms of having a go. Let's just update listeners to BBC Radio WM.
That's an important goal in this second half. Saddlers are 2-0 up.
It's a comical own goal to put the Saddlers 2-0 up. Oldham 0, Walsall 2. 7 minutes played in the second half. Cameron Norman sprinting down the Walsall right-hand side, getting the ball into the box. The goalkeeper punched it against the back of the head.
I don't know if I could change the banner, guys. Sorry about that. If you're new into the live stream, but it's 2-0 to the Saddlers with an own goal.
In the path of the
Oldham are terrible.
Well,
they've got some decent players. To be fair, but no, wouldn't say they've been the greatest tonight. Oh, they're in here now. Let's not speak too soon. Oh, what save? But that's going to take. Oh my, no way. I don't know how we are getting so lucky here. Oldham. So let's just see the replay. Great save from Jack Rose again.
Outstanding. We saw a goal line. Well,
that's Conor McElhenney. Has a shot. Great save. I don't know how Bobby Grant's another saved onto the ball. Jack Rose. That is unbelievable keeping from Jack Rose. That's quality.
Really well down to his left hand side there to claw the ball back.
He's been brilliant since coming to the squad. I think he should keep his space. Oh, that's too easy. Come on. No, it's gone.
It's Dylan Faith, the right back, but what's the referee for here? Is it a goal for Oldham Athletic? I think it is, yes. The referee is just making sure that there was nothing wrong with the penalty area.
That's too easy. We just scored and then they've scored.
Ball in from the left-hand side.
Their danger man, number 24, got through the whole of the wall for the fence. We just can't deal with him today. Got past Cameron Norman. That's too easy. That's way too easy.
Oldham 1, Walsall 2.
I think
2-1.
The fact that he's mishit that has actually worked in his favour. It's worked in the fact that he's caught.
Speaking about Oldham being terrible, they're back in the game now. But Walsall could be in here.
Just missing a glorious chance that Oldham were pleased for themselves that they've managed to get back in this game.
Into Holden. Adebayo.
That's his first goal in England for the Frenchman who brought McDonald down in the first half for a penalty, and it's back as you were at the start of this second half. Also just ahead by the 1 goal.
Oops.
Somehow.
I don't know if I can change the banner.
Judging by the
bit annoying, but yeah, it's 2-1 to Walsall now.
If you go back to that chance there where they hit the crossbar and the ball goes out for the throw-in, if they don't hit the crossbar from there, they don't get the second chance to get the ball back into the box to create that that chance for the fullback.
It's an incredible game here.
Some goals in the second half.
The Bolton game, Tom, when you
Oldham.
spoke to Walsall manager Darryl Clark, and I think we've certainly seen that again in this.
Gets it back into Norman.
Oldham have half the deficit.
The
Dylan
lines
Fage with his
Adebayo.
first goal since joining the club. Ball in from the left-hand side back. Baham Bula is cleared as far as Fage, who finished well. Oldham 1, Walsall 2. It was messy, wasn't it, the Oldham goal? Free kick
I'm back.
from the
Sorry
far
about that.
side. It's low.
Sorry
and
about
that was
that,
off the
guys.
training ground and it's been wasted. But Norman will come across to spare Alfie Bates
Okay,
blushes.
I'm
and
just
now
going to
Holden
change this now.
out to the
Walsall
far
are in.
side and
Won't
Norman
do it
again. Norman
just
will
yet.
run at McCalmont. Yeah, the beating of him
Norman.
for the goal and he's won a corner.
Wins the corner.
He's done well. It's a poor free kick from the Saddlers. They work hard on these things on the training ground, and we saw one actually earlier in the season. I believe it was against Harrogate, where the ball's been popped off to Rory Holden, 25 yards out. He's done well to finish
Just
that.
changing
But
the
that was a
battle,
poor cutback from Alfie Bates, and actually the heavy touch to take it away. He's got the Saddlers out a bit there, and actually got another good chance to whip the ball into the box, and it's Alfie Bates taking this one.
It's been a breathless second half. We played 13 minutes in the second period. Alfie Bates
is going to take
taking
these.
over
Corner.
set-piece duty. Rory Holden with his hands on his hips just outside the penalty area. The referee behind the pillar where I'm sat
Just
now is having a
with
conversation with Adebayo, isn't it?
Borthwick, Jackson, Adebayo and Lawler, just telling Adebayo to back off Lawler a little bit.
Alfie Bates steps up to
play.
take this corner.
With the corner from the far
Got
side.
some
Bates
decent
takes
ball
high
in.
towards Scott.
Dan's got heads it.
Taking a header wide of goal.
Another
There's an
chance for
opportunity
Gordon
there.
there.
Dan Scar was in lots of space to meet Alfie Bates' corner, but his effort towards Gordon.
Decent
was
ball
picked
from
off
Alfie
target.
Bates this time. Dan Scar gets a
It's a
decent
good header
header.
back across from Dan Scar. Josh Gordon's very close to adding what looked like it was going to be a telling touch of that header back across goal, but unfortunately he's not been able to just extend his neck muscles just that little bit further to get what looked like would have been the third goal for the Saddlers. It looks as though Oldham are going to make a change as well.
Oldham are going to bring on some down here on the left-hand side. Conor McElhenney.
The striker, possibly.
He goes for a shot.
No shot from
Walsall
McElhaney.
clear. Up to Adebayo. Go on. Well played. Play Adebayo.
Out to the left
Plays
side
out to
now.
McDonald.
McDonald
Running at the Oldham defence.
The Oldham goal scorer Fage.
That's
Still
it.
with
Go on.
McDonald,
It's a
low
great
ball
ball.
across towards Adebayo.
McDonald's been
Clark
brilliant
with
down
the
his
header
left-hand
away.
side again.
Important. He had to get his head
The Oldham on
in
the
the way
ball.
of that cross, or Adebayo had a chance to put the Saddlers
I think they're going to go
2
long here.
goals clear again. Very
McElhaney
entertaining
flicks on to
full
Bobby
of
Grant.
incident second
Wins the ball
half,
again.
and now Oldham are on the attack
Oh, no.
again, and this is
Don't
the
give
man you
him
don't
space.
want to see from Walsall perspective. Baham Bula, but that's a waste from 30 yards, dragging a shot well
He's
wide
definitely been
to the
there,
left.
Dangerman.
And it will be,
Man,
as Tom was alluding to just now, the chance for
Harry got a
Oldham
1-0
to
up
make
against
that
Exeter.
substitution, and it's Davis Kelly or Dunn, the Sunderland-born former Ross County and Wrexham player, another one that's
The Wrexham
played
player coming on for
Wrexham in
Oldham.
the first half, but one of their players who's on loan from Wrexham, Bobby
Oh,
Grant,
we can hold
striker. Dean Keats will
Hope we can hold on to
is
this.
on for Bryce
2-1 would be a decent result.
He'll,
Maybe add
take
another
his
goal,
place
obviously.
in the, Oldham
3-1
midfield.
result
But
away
yeah,
from
if,
home would be brilliant.
you have missed the first 15 minutes of the second half. Well, Oldham conceding a funny own goal
Jack
from our
Rose kicked it
perspective,
long
in
and
that Norman sent it in from the right-hand side. The goalkeeper
Quick
punched
shot,
it against his
Adebayo.
centre-half, the back of his head, and it flew into the net to give Walsall a 2-0 lead, but straight up the other end, and McElhaney drew an outstanding save from Jack Rose, and then Grant from an acute angle
Oldham
unable
keeping the
to,
ball. We should pressure him here. They're not looking very comfortable playing it from the back, and Ian Lawless kicked out for a Walsall throw.
Halving deficit for 2-1.
You know, I think it's one of those where Darryl Clark will be very disappointed.
Tank tidy size, do you think? He will make
so soon after
changes.
we do look fairly
Yes,
comfortable in
I
the game.
think.
And, to get a goal back,
Who's on the bench? Maybe Lavery to come on.
It gives them a little bit of
Ossadebe.
just to say, we're still in this
Could
game.
bring on some subs. We got players. Maybe Sinclair in the midfield, Danny Guthrie, Skimshaw to work hard up front. Maybe for Gordon or Lavery, obviously.
Bates forward to McDonald, cleared away by Piergiani, who's had an interesting second half.
Come on.
Now the ball's played forward to Adeboye, who's not quite going to have the legs to catch that,
Oh,
but he didn't need to because it did come off an older man, Tom.
I'm not sure whether Elijah actually knew that had come off a Walsall man there, because he seemed to try and pick up a little bit of speed to try and keep that ball in play. But whether he thought it was going to be a good opportunity because the Oldham back line had switched off there. But keep saying it, Tom, when we get these corners, it's another good opportunity for Alfie Bates to deliver the ball into the box with the big men forward.
Well, we saw with Cameron Norman just get the ball in and see what happens. Clark and White and Scar are close together inside the penalty area. White makes his way towards the near post. Alfie Bates to deliver this latest corner for the Saddlers. As high as towards Gordon. It's headed away by Piergiani. His own goal separates the sides at the moment. 2 on the Saddlers lead. Out on this right hand side. Ball into the box towards Gordon. At the near post. Back out to Bates, who sends the ball in at the near post. Lawler and Adebayo in a bit of a battle there as the goalkeeper, the 26-year-old Irishman, tried to release the ball. I'm surprised the referee didn't blow up there, but
Oldham on the ball now.
Oldham making tracks down the right hand side, but McDonald, good work to get in the way of Bahambula.
To Kinsella.
Get the ball back for the Saddlers. 18 minutes played in this second half. It's in answer to your question, Mark, maybe not as entertaining as the Bolton game. He's getting in touch, so he was absolutely on edge for Bolton. Less so today. The goal that Walsall conceded was poor, he says. Great all-round performance by Marshall, and Cameron Norman is creating problems again.
Cameron Norman, Den's right-hand side again.
Norman down the right-hand side to send the ball in. Holden. Back out to Norman again. He's
Conor McElhenney.
Going to be in the mix for man of the match again at the moment. You fancy, wouldn't you, Tom?
Yes, definitely. I actually think we've seen less of Rory Holden in this game inside than we have when he's out there.
Thanks for the 7 years that are coming in, but here Holden on the ball.
To find him now, Rory Holden trying to make some space for himself to deliver the cross. Adebayo's in there. Nobody else in the penalty area at the moment. Adebayo's made his way outside now, and he's trying to pick it up as it's poked away by Garrity. Also just trying to.
I'd look to bring on another sub, obviously we've got 4 subs to bring on. Got Paul Brown on Saturday too, so maybe Darryl will look to bring on some changes.
Goal because he thinks it's a certainty that the Latics will score again. He says we are missing Zach already. The home side have got a dangerous Zach themselves, actually. Zach Durnley, who's former Manchester United youth man, who's on the bench at the moment. We've been warned to look out for him if he comes on in the second half. Kinsella buzzing around in his 150th appearance, trying to intercept. It's a good run down that left-hand side by the Oldham man, and Alan in touch to say he's probably going to be singing that Kelly and Ozzy song at some point this week now.
Yeah, I agree with that, Taylor.
Completely meant by Alan, but thank you for your message.
He's on the ball there.
Here's
number 24.
Good challenge by Liam Kinsella.
That's what we need to do.
Outstanding interception.
Wes McDonald into Adebayo. Flicks back into Wes McDonald.
This is the sort of area where he excels, but he's been crowded out. He's picked out
Norman.
Cameron Norman.
Yes.
The ball towards Adebayo. Good defensive header by Clark. The referee still keeps his whistle away from his lips. There's a couple of occasions recently when I thought he might have blown for a
twisting and turning
for the host.
Back into Adebayo by play.
Adebayo, he's been clipped by Fade. Does he know another decision that hasn't been made by the referee?
Thanks for 6 years that are currently in.
And Holden and back with Cameron Norman again. Adebayo's back to his feet. It's Walsall on the attack. Watched closely by Kelly or Dunn, but Norman has got away from him, and he's drawn the foul and possibly a yellow card.
Cameron Norman's been excellent in this game. He's having a
Completely
really
agree
good
with that.
game.
Norman, I think Norman Kinsella.
He's been brilliant.
Madon's been good down the left-hand side again. Rose has made some excellent
saves. You were glad to see how far down that right-hand side he was getting, but in this second half, you know, he's driven forward on a number of occasions. His excellent run, you know.
Thanks to the 8 viewers that are currently in Walsall, 2-1 up against Oldham, 65 minutes in. You're free kick here.
Right-hand side, and you know, whilst Wesley's doing the work on this left-hand side, Cameron Norman seems to be bullying his way down that right-hand side.
Going to have free kick here on the right-hand side.
On his way on for Oldham Athletic. He's just
yes.
Ball in from the right-hand side towards Scar, heading away. He's just getting ready.
Shoot.
McDonald, but no, not this time.
He's trying that spectacular shot there, Wes McDonald. Just
to everybody to his right there, but this will be the opportunity for the 22-year-old Sheffield-born striker Durnley to come on.
Zach Durnley's coming on.
Took him at least
Oldham fan that
said
that they should be bringing him on, so we'll see what he can do in this game.
In terms of shots on target as well. It's 50-50 in terms of possession here. And now Oldham down this left-hand side with Kelly Dunn being watched by Norman and Bates.
Bates clears up the line towards Adebayo. Foul for Oldham. Adebayo. Little push on the
on that left-hand side of the chance now for Durnley to come on. It's a fictional character created by the American author Robert Bloch. Norman Bates.
McAlenny's coming off.
Perkins in the
and Zach Durnley's coming on. The ex-Manchester United youth player. The number 19 is on for Oldham Athletic now. Can the Saddles hold on, or can Oldham get another goal? We'll see in this last 23 minutes.
The ball is
put a ball into the box. No!
Oh, it's in from Pietgiani. Well, he scored an own goal up the other end, but a diving header from the Oldham centre half.
Just speaking about if we can hold on, and Oldham has scored. The number 5, it's a great ball in. The guy that scored the own goal. Oh.
It's 2-2.
2-0 up.
Well, Pietgiani has scored up the right end as far as Oldham Athletic are concerned. Now it is 2-2. The centre half has scored an own goal early on in this second period, stooping low to dive in a header from a good cross.
Come on, Sav, let's get back in this game.
On the far side, it's 2-2.
Been off it the last 10 minutes.
It's an excellent ball in from Bahambula there, and I think that's one of the disadvantages of having a high line. You know,
you'll get chances. I still think there's another goal in this game, either way.
He's free, he's on the dive, but
not great defenders on the Saddles for that to go in. Decent ball in again.
A team that didn't look like scoring, really, to them being, you know, back leveling a game where the Saddles have, you would say, dominated the 90% of it. And Brian Durham was stood down here on the touchline with his hands on his hips because he works with the team so hard to get the.
Adebayo wins the header into Holden.
Pieces right.
Holden losing it forward. Clark didn't get a call there.
So we might need to bring on an extra striker maybe in this game. We need a win here because Paul Vale's going to be a tough game Saturday.
At one end, James Clark is staying back on the halfway line, but his
Dan Scar's going to go for the throw-in.
His latest long throw from Cameron
frustrating
Norman on the far side.
That's the word at the moment.
The excellent right back again tonight. Will launch it
Norman puts the ball into the box.
Penalty area towards Holden.
Don't get that. Play back out.
Scored at both ends now. Off an arm, did it? It's been given
I think it came off the arm of Dan Scar there. A little bit unfortunate, but.
I'm back. Sorry about that again.
Goal here, the away side who have had some defending to do of late, and they might well do now because McCalmont has spread it out to the right-hand side. Again. Haven't seen any further substitutions made.
We need to keep him quiet because he's the one that's causing problems. He's in here again.
Bahambula right side of the penalty area cuts him out, and the Oldham man.
I have to say, this number 24 for Oldham is one of the best players. played against, but oh, and a boy, come on, shoot!
And just as it looks, the goal was opening up there for Elijah Adebayo, who got the wrong side of Carl Piergiani.
Chance that we should be burying.
The Oldham 28-year-old who's getting involved in both penalty areas at the moment.
Oh, I thought the ball was bouncing there. The keeper was in no man's land. I thought Elijah was just going to lift it over the top of Lawler. Fortunately, he's not been able to get a solid foot on the ball, and Piergiani got back well there to.
But yeah, let's change banner there. 2-2. McDonald.
Two Oldham players with the long names.
Go on.
Getting involved tonight. The Jets' innocence, having put his foot in there on the Calmont. 2-2 is the score.
We need to be more clinical, Shay says. 100%. Scored 2 goals in this game again, but bad chances. Oldham have had chances too, to be fair. I still think there's another goal in this game. 19 minutes left of the game. Oh,
That's very good work from Kelly O'Dumba. Just as I say that, a heavy touch has given Alfie Bates a chance to come out of midfield for the Saddlers and feed Josh Gordon on the Walsall right-hand side. Time to get in
Holden.
A bit more into the game.
Holden across
out to the right-hand side now, and Norman again.
Norman has been pressing again today. Holden.
It's got Bates inside.
Into Bates.
He's
going to spread it.
White to his left. That's a really nice ball to pick up.
Played brilliant again, I think Bates has. Where's McDonald? Into the box. Yes! Yes! Come on! Come on! Adebayo. Come on! Come on! Adebayo, 3 goals in 3 games for the number 11. Come on!
The same as last year's tally now for the big
Come on.
striker who's being congratulated by his teammates. Adebayo from close range, and the Saddlers are back ahead again.
Joe Walsall away fan says Darryl Clark out. Don't know why he's saying that.
I mentioned it first half time with Wes McDonald beating his man early.
I know that's your opinion, but if we can hold on to these 3 wins in a row, that's some.
Just 10% that we're in there.
And it's gone Walsall.
What is the score? All right, I'll update the banner. 3-2 to the Saddlers now. Adebayo with the goal, mate.
Adebayo turning it home from close range. Oldham 2, Walsall 3 now.
Very entertaining game. This second half has been.
Down here on this left-hand side, Tom. Wes McDonald does really well to move that ball just inside of himself there. It's an early cross into the box. It's low, it's flat. Elijah's just simply got to get a touch on the ball, which he does, and he directs it past
George Hingley says Saddlers. Yeah.
And again, I think they deserve it.
We'll probably get an equaliser.
Really
he always bottle it.
Those 3 goals.
Defo will know in Walsall now. That's why we don't bottle it.
Walsall deserve to have scored 3 goals in this game.
This second half has been very full of goals.
Through the midfield, didn't he? With that
great ball from Wes McDonald. Louis Tyler says UTF, yeah, up Saddlers. Hayden White.
For the Walsall striker, who has, as mentioned in
Go
the
on.
commentary, ball now forward towards Josh Gordon.
No idea there from Hayden White to find Gordon.
He's now up to 8, which is the total for last season for the Walsall striker. He's made it
15 games prior to
just about.
Oh,
yeah, exactly that. He's the man on form. 3 and 3.
It's number 10 for Oldham. He's been decent since he's come on.
Last 5. Elijah Adebayo has put the Saddlers back.
Rob says it could be worse. You could be a Villa fan.
Now 3-2.
I think before I was going to say, but as he went to 2-2, I was going to make
this game.
Oldham have got
still can be over. Oldham still building pressure up here. Thanks for the 11 viewers that are currently in. It's currently Oldham 2, Walsall 3 as I speak, but Oldham could be in.
That's a very good point. I haven't made it yet, but Oldham had only kept 1 clean sheet in the league this season, which is remarkable, really.
Saddler's going to make a change. Josh Gordon's going to come off for Stuart Sinclair.
That's
going a bit defensive now.
Slightly defensive, perhaps, isn't it? Because
I think we might see Rory move on to that.
Shay says this win could help us going into Saturday game against Vale, yeah. Another tough game.
Possibly see a 4-1-4-1.
Still don't think this game could be over. Only takes second for either team to score, doesn't it?
it allows Stuart Sinclair.
We do score brilliant. I think going forward for Oldham, you've looked decent to be fair. Both teams defensively haven't been great. I don't think, obviously, with the 3 goals you've conceded 2 for us. Grimsby have equalised against Southend United. That game's 1-1.
Made it through 75 minutes in his first start since the middle of October. And he's got a goal to his name as well.
We had
it penalty spot.
Head tennis going around.
Got quite some way to.
Where's McDonald's going to run? At the Oldham defence. Let's hope he can get another assist. That goal reminded me a bit of the Tranmere goal that Adebayo scored.
Third goal, the goal that separates the sides. The goal that was scored behind the pillar.
14 minutes left. Oldham Athletic 2, Walsall 3.
It was.
Very entertaining game. The second half has been.
Run away from it was. Maybe I'll take a picture for our Twitter user just so they can see the view I'm getting, because I don't know if moan about it, do I? But
Hayden White's going to take phone here on the left-hand side.
You know, I think
throws it into Kinsella, trying to win the corner. I think they're give away a foul.
You know, including the 3 here.
We can't afford to give away anything sloppy. You know.
They've lost 6 of their 9 home league games this season, and you know, the Saddlers must have come here obviously high in confidence and wanting to again.
This will be our second away win of the season if we can hold on to it.
Second game in a row away from home.
Still not over this game.
Darryl Clark.
We can't afford to switch off.
Under the 2-goal lead.
The
Holden with the response from his side to get themselves back ahead.
Into Wes McDonald tries a little
it's all about the resilience, isn't it, that they showed against
Bates. Well
played,
Bates.
Came back to 1-1.
Well,
of course,
good impressive tonight. I think Bates in the midfield.
On Saturday.
But yeah.
It's a side that are made of stern stuff. There's Darryl Clark.
Well, for it.
Wow, there's a shot there.
Oh.
Lawler has just tracked back to hold on to. I was too busy watching 3.
I didn't see that. I think
Walsall backroom staff, Darryl Clark.
Hayden White tried a shot from the halfway line, trying to catch Ian Lawler off. This is what the chat's saying. We've won our last 6 away games, but we're crap at home. I've just heard you've lost 6 out of the 9 home league games.
He got trouble on Saturday, didn't he?
Yeah, wish we could go back to the game. Let's hope soon. Adebayo, play. Go on. Holden.
But it was a difficult ball to control. Holden has got it
Play.
now. Norman's making a run outside him.
Sinclair headers it into Norman.
Back. Sinclair pointing where he wants it. Holden pokes it back to Norman again. Walsall on this right-hand side, looking to build.
Oh, this is
Norman, infield to Holden. Crowded out by Kenny or Dunn. Sinclair drags it away from
that's God, just
Walsall.
it up the line towards it.
Go
on, Adebayo.
We'll chase this in his offside.
Tell you what though, it's a brilliant effort from Hayden White. Seen Lawler off his goal line. And
Can't show a replay of that, but so
God knows how many years, but I remember Figueroa scoring one similar to that for Wigan away at Stoke. He was just inside his own half. It's an
Oldham here.
Hayden
On
White's
14, tried to play it into Durnley, but gives it away. Adebayo goes up for the header. Go on, Adebayo. Go on, handball.
He was looking for a handball against Clark there, but nothing's been given. He hasn't given too much to the referee tonight.
The goal scorer tonight.
Really lucky there. Clark, I thought Adebayo had done his, his
very end-to-end this game. So at the moment,
if he beat Clark, they were through 1-on-1 with Laura, and the form of Elijah's at the minute, I'd have backed him to get another goal.
Well, Lavery standing patiently inside the technical area, waiting to come on.
Holden, he puts. Where's McDonald in?
McDonald just too far in front of the.
Great chances though. The second half.
Oldham bench are going to bring on Jordan Barnett as well.
Barnett's going to come on for Oldham.
We'll see if he comes directly on for
Sinclair into Kinsella.
Kinsella not it down. There's lots of space to run into here. Oldham having to a little bit of space as they try and come forward and keep their recent good record going. They beat Bradford on Saturday.
Need to be a bit more composed in the ball and just keep it there and see out the game. Oh no.
The shot has gone wide over the bar, has been ballooned over by Durnley, and it will be a goal kick.
Wish we knew how to park the bus, Taylor said. I would say we need to park the bus at the moment.
Commentating from behind pillars. I haven't taken enough of the other pictures.
Attack is the best form of defence sometimes, I think. So
2 already.
Be a bit cautious, yeah, but still getting another goal, man, because I can see Oldham getting another one here. Seem to get goals all over
very day. 15th of December 2018. Might need
how long is left? There's 10 minutes left. Heard balls 1, 2-1.
It's that crucial piece of information on my tweet, actually, the fact it was on this very day 2 years ago. But Oldham on the attack with the electric Dylan Bahambula down the right side of the penalty box, cuts it back. Oh, and Sinclair was there to clear it away as far as McDonald down his left side.
Time there for the
That's what you get from Stuart Sinclair. He knows where the danger's likely to be, and he was in the right place at the right time. Oh, now Oldham
come
down
on.
low. Ball through Jackson with a high foot, but he's allowed to play on, and the ball in from the left-hand side. Cut out
We
by
need to know see this game out now.
Still frenetic at Boundary Park, and I've got a feeling that
stats so far, Oldham about 13, Southern's about 10.
With Tom Marlowe and Tom Heslop. The substitutions will have to wait because Oldham have their third corner of the evening.
Oldham going to take the third corner of the game here. He steps.
It's an Oldham corner from the far side. It'll be an outswinger, left-footed. It's high towards the penalty spot. Pietgiani's the man under it again, but it's left
goal
to
scorer.
Goal. And there'll be a goal kick and a chance for the Sadders to make the substitution.
Get Guthrie on, keep the ball and more composed, yeah.
White's on the ground.
Yeah, I'd bring Guthrie on there. Maybe take Bates off or Kinsella. Bates and Kinsella in the midfield, I think have been brilliant.
We're about to see Keelan Lavery come on for Elijah Adebayo and Jake Scrimshaw come on. For me, I think it will either be for Wes McDonald or Rory Holden. Elijah's worked so hard up front by himself.
Adebayo's coming off for Keelan Lavery.
For me, he's been superb.
3 goals in 3 games for Adebayo. Can't fault that, to be honest.
The box to get in
Can't
front
fault
of
that
his
from
man
a striker.
again. For the goal was superb. He deserves that. There we go. See Wes McDonald come off, and the likelihood is we'll see Jake Scrimshaw play out here on this.
These Oldham corners are so worrying.
He does when he comes onto the pitch, so hopefully with
I played Wes has come on for Jake Scrimshaw. He's probably going to come on at left midfield.
To possibly exploit.
Oh no, probably gone
Scrimshaw for McDonald then.
I don't know what formation we're playing now. We've got 3 centre midfielders on at the moment. We've got
Kyle in touch to say he had a very good view of the Adebayo goal. Let's see, flick on now towards Scrimshaw. Well, that could have been the moment for his first goal in
thanks to the 10 views that are coming in. Appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to appreciate that.
White heads it up and away. Kinsella in a battle with McCalmont. Now Kinsella
headers it to the path of Lavery. Gets pushed over.
Last season due to suspension did Walsall's midfielder, but was in the action late on in the first half when he blocked a shot from Bahambula. Shamir Jai has equalised for the Baggies at Manchester City. 1-1 is the score at the Etihad.
Wow. City 1, West Brom 1.
The Nathan Ake if he's playing on
He won't be playing. I say that, I've not seen the lineup, but they...
Scrimshaw working hard here.
Oh, he is playing. Gosh, where's he appeared from? He hasn't been playing the last few weeks, but yeah,
White clears it long up to Lavery. Go Scrimshaw, we're in here, Saddlers.
Back level now, Ajayi.
Go on.
For the
Shoot!
Saddlers, cutting inside.
Yo!
Right footed shot which goes just wide to the left from the Saddlers substitute. That was a chance.
It was a chance, and he's done well there actually. Just to
did you have a season ticket for this year? Yes, I did.
Pushing them forward, both fullbacks if we bombing forward at this moment in time, but
I was planning to sit in the lower this season
try and catch Lawler off guard by going back to his near post, but unfortunately for the Saddlers, he's
the last couple of years have been sitting in the upper, so this year
substitution made by Oldham just now. Barnett has finally come on, the Barnsley youth player.
Oldham kick it long.
He accumulated 6 yellow cards this season. He joined at the start of
Player to the left-hand side.
Oldham are chasing an equaliser. The Saddlers are heading for 3 wins in a row for the first time in all competitions since November 2019. It'll be the first time in League 2 since September 2019. Can the Saddlers hold on? They've got a free kick on the
85 minutes played here at Boundary Park. Oldham Athletic 2, Walsall 3.
Cameron Norman, who's just...
Oldham chasing an equaliser, but can the Saddlers hold on?
When was the last time it was back-to-back away wins?
Oh, you put this up and I haven't though. Now then, let's have a think about this.
Jack Rose can take this. goal kick.
No, it's not that then.
Long up to
I
Holden.
think around this time of year, I think it was.
And it's just League 2, is it?
Just League 2.
I'm trying to remember if I was there.
A lot of balls going up in the area.
You were definitely there for one of them.
Vale. I remember seeing Port Vale. I think it's around this time of year. Who did they beat just before that?
Thanks to the 10 viewers.
Around
Appreciate the
Christmas time,
support,
I think it
guys.
was.
Scunthorpe and that was Scunthorpe and
Kinsella
something.
putting the ball in the midfield. Come on, Kinsella.
That's both of those.
2-0 and a 2-1, I think it was. Was it
Yeah, the
Got
very
to
good
dig
game
in
on
there,
the
get
Saturday
these
to
3
keep
points.
it 2-1, wasn't it, against Salford? And that was FA Cup third round day, wasn't it? But both sides had been knocked out by them. Third round day, unfortunately, is
Welcome to the
through, and of
stream.
course, Walsall was supposed to play them, and that's been delayed now, I think, to
Oh no, no,
Tuesday
no,
night. About the 19th, is it? I think.
19th or 17th, one of them.
I think the 9th is a Saturday, so it's
Scrimshaw's
whatever
there.
the
Just
Tuesday
gonna
is.
just whack
A week
it
and a
long.
half on. Piergiani, who scored at both
Lavery.
ends, brings the ball down on halfway, feeds.
I think we've gone to
Kelly
a
Dunn.
4-5-1
Kelly Dunn
formation.
has got Borthwick Jackson,
Kinsella,
his
Bates,
double-barreled
Sinclair in the
teammate in
midfield,
space on the
Holden at
left-hand
right
side.
mid, Scrimshaw
Borthwick
at left
Jackson
mid,
gets the ball, it's dangerous, but
and then
Rose is
Lavery
there,
playing
dives
some run
down
striker. That's what it
onto
looks
the ball
like.
just outside the 6-yard box. And we've got 3 minutes remaining here at Boundary Park. Are the Saddlers going to head for their first win at Oldham since August 2013? Just,
Jack Rose is going to take a kick here. Kicks it long to Lavery. Doesn't win it.
Bates heads a high
heads
ball
it
forward.
long.
Lavery, haven't mentioned his name yet since coming on. The ball cleared by Borthwick Jackson is blocked by Holden.
3 minutes left of the game. Let's hope we can hang on to
Division
this.
tonight in League 2. In terms of the scores that are standing out, Morecambe have beaten Orient in an earlier kickoff. That was a 6:30 kickoff. Carlisle heading for victory 1-0 up against Mansfield. It's 1-1 between Port Vale and Forest Green.
I don't know where this will put the Saddlers.
Saddlers' next opponents, Port Vale on Saturday.
Go on.
Lavery now into the path of the onrushing Holden down
Holden.
the Walsall right-hand side. Will they go for victory
Come on.
and a fourth goal, or will they
Sinclair.
stay by
I think we're just going to
the
keep
right
sticking.
wing and by the corner flag? Well, they've still got it with Norman now. Norman sends the ball in, hit
Norman,
Borthwick Jackson
Sinclair.
at close range, and now Sinclair,
Holden.
trying to feed Lavery.
Sinclair
who's,
again.
Looks like he's up front with Scrimshaw at the moment. He's certainly trying to get forward to Scrimshaw
Into
as
one.
much as he can. White, another substitute early in the first
Goes
half.
back into
Plays it all the way
Rose.
back to Rose. So Port Vale 1-1 with Forest Green. Salford 1-0 against Newport. Heading for another defeat, the league leaders. Scunthorpe 1, Barrow 1. Cambridge 0, Colchester 0 is a half time. And it's also half time between Cheltenham and Bolton, where it's 0-0. Crawley 1, Bradford 1. Exeter 0, Harrogate 1. And Southend 1, Grimsby 1. 5 goal thriller at Boundary Park, and Lavery's been penalised for a foul. As it stands, Walsall are heading to 27 points and 10th in the table.
Oh, 10th in the league as it
off
stands.
the
2
playoffs.
points off the
3
playoffs,
points off
which is
5th.
compared to
Ball
like
by
4
Clark
games
to
ago.
release
it's
Fage,
brilliant.
who's come a long way forward from right back. Fage
No,
first, the ball in
no.
at the near post. Clark clears the ball away.
He's been down
Saddlers
to number 14.
holding
down
firm
to
with a minute of normal time remaining at the end of this game. 3-2.
Come
they
on, let's
lead.
hold on to this now.
Scoring 3 away from home for the second time in a row. Saddlers finding the net 8 times in the last 3 matches now, which is very pleasing. Can they keep the opposition out? Borthwick Jackson on the Oldham left. A few of the directors around us frustrated with the fact
Thanks for
that
the 8
Oldham
views
played
at currently in
back before they
Oldham,
come
just
forward
keeping
again.
the ball here, looking for that equaliser.
Here's Bahan Bula. Fortunately, haven't said his name too many times in the last 5 minutes or so. Now the ball sent in by Durnley, skips up off Kinsella. There'll be an awkward bounce for Bates and then Sinclair
clears
to
away.
deal with. Now
Into
Lavery in
Lavery.
battle with Clark. He's done well there to hold it up, but he's given it away now. And that's the man you don't want to give it to. Bahan Bula down the Oldham right. Here's Fage. Fage gets the ball in, hits White out of play.
Corner ball.
Hold on, Tom.
We got
5 seconds of normal time. Let's see how many added time there is. Oh, so 4.
4 minutes of stoppage
Yeah,
time
4
at the end of this
minutes.
game. Signalled
Come on,
by
let's
the
hold
4th
on, man.
official, Carl Boyson. And the 4th corner of the evening for Oldham
Oldham
Athletic.
put a
to be taken
ball
by
into the
Grant,
box.
lifted it towards the far side. Good, powerful header away by Scar. Everybody back for the Saddlers. And there's a powerful back pass towards Lawler, who chests the ball
Lawler.
down.
Chests the ball down, plays it to his
Drives it
left.
up to the left-hand side.
Well
Offside
defended.
against Gianni. We'll just update listeners to BBC Radio WM.
Excellent.
We're into 4 minutes of stoppage time. We played 30 seconds of them, and the Saddlers are holding on. It's Oldham 2, Walsall 3. They've had a couple of chances of late. Adebayo was nearly through, but he was thwarted by the centre half.
And thanks to the non-Jews that are in.
Across, and then Jake Scrimshaw,
I'll be staying
the
on for
substitute,
another
just
5
come
to
on
10
and dragged
minutes
the
after
shot
the game
wide.
is
Lavery
finished.
is also on for the tireless Adebayo.
Yeah.
Walsall
Just leave
holding
your
on.
thoughts.
It's Oldham 2, Walsall 3.
In when the game finishes, obviously. Rose kicks it long.
Rose losing his footing as he clears the ball away. In the centre circle, Grant nods it on. Durnley flicking it on for himself. Scar clears the ball away. Scrimshaw onto Lavery. He was pushed to the back there.
Come on.
Yes, forgiven by the referee. I thought he would let that go.
I could do it then, Tom.
That was so obvious, though.
I was supposed to be the biased one.
We are better than Barcelona, Sean
That
says.
built up from being sat on the M6 for
We're hot at the moment. Barcelona not doing great in the league at the moment.
Walsall then with a free kick. We played 2 minutes of stoppage time. Another 2 to go as
That
Bates
bites.
plays a high one out to the left-hand side to Scrimshaw, who
Go
heads
on.
it infield
Shoot.
towards Lavery. Lavery has it inside
Go
the
on.
penalty area. Pokes on to Scrimshaw. Do you want to keep this in?
Okay.
Oh, has he? No.
Yes.
The assistant at the far side
Oh,
has
got it.
raised his flag. Scrimshaw carried on and hit the base of the post.
Thanks,
Well, try
Sean
and sum that one
says,
up
no
then,
problem.
Tom. We've got 2 minutes
What do you think of the game so far, Sean? Leave them in the
It's
chat.
entertaining
Have you
to
been
watch,
watching the
isn't it?
game?
It certainly has, end to end for 90 minutes pretty much. I don't think there's been a spell in this game where either side have had
Up into Lavery, can he win
a
it?
continued spell of possession.
Oh!
That's a
Yellow
hard foot
card.
by Garrity on Kinsella.
It's a yellow, isn't it?
Kinsella is holding his head
This is a card.
and is rubbing his head now, and that is a card for Garrity. Just checking to see, is it only a yellow? But the way he was remonstrating over the referee made me thought it might have been more. But Kinsella is back to his feet.
Tony says, I was just thinking the
over
same.
a minute of stoppage
Yes,
time
mate.
remaining.
Well, please, yes, Sean.
Try and take
I'm
you
very
through what's
pleased with
happened.
this result
Gordon
at the
scoring a
moment.
penalty in the first half after McDonald was brought down by Fage. They were 2 up early on in the second half when Norman's ball in from the right-hand side saw the goalkeeper Lawler punching against the back of his own centre-half Piergiani and into the net. But Oldham came back into the game with 2 goals in 13 minutes. Fage with a scruffy finish and then a stooping header from
Dan Scar's
Piergiani
going to
to
take
score the other
free
end, the
kick,
right end
yeah.
as far as he was concerned. But Adebayo giving Saddlers a 3-2 lead. Scrimshaw can't control it on the Walsall left wing. Cleared away by Bahambula. And now Oldham will try and come down this right hand side, but Clark clears it away, having already fouled Durnley.
Let's hope this doesn't
This
cost
is
us
where
now.
for Clark, his yellow card.
Finally found it. Finally found it, isn't it? This could be it. The goalkeeper's wondering whether he can go forward for this. He's standing on just before the halfway line at the moment. Well, they scored from a free kick from the other side. And Bahambula.
Oldham scored a similar.
This could be the last chance. We've
Scored off a free kick.
15 seconds of stoppage
from
time
the
remaining
other
in a
side, obviously. Number
very
24
entertaining game of Boundary Park. Bahambula with a lower one, a poor one as well. And it's headed away by Kinsella before it made its way to the penalty area. Darryl Clark wants the
That's 4 minutes
full-time
played. Come
whistle
on.
from the referee. The ball is cleared over halfway by Lawler. Norman has been fantastic with a great header away, and now Holden for Lavery on the far side. I think the Saddlers are going to win this game because it's in the right side as far as Walsall are concerned. And Lavery holding the ball up and giving it away now. The referee looking at his watch. Kinsella, he had much more time to hold on to the ball there. Sinclair has been brought over. Header from Holden towards Scrimshaw. Lavery looking where to play it. Just hold on to the ball. Give it to a man in yellow. Bates out to the right-hand side.
Keep the ball in there, Saddlers.
Holden will keep the ball in play and feed Norman with a high up and under towards Sinclair. Piergiani with a header by the corner flag. Sinclair will try and keep him there. Oh, and he's got Sinclair and fetch Scrimshaw now. And there is.
Yes. Come on.
And a fantastic away result for the Saddlers.
Brilliant away result for the Saddlers here. Oldham Athletic 2, Walsall 3. And Dan Clark backs the ball away as he goes to shape
In this second half, the Saddlers have won 3 in a row. Back-to-back
the ball away.
As well. 8 goals.
Great win for you.
Games.
Yeah, brilliant win for the Saddlers. Come on, Chase.
Adebayo with the winning goal with 17 minutes remaining after Gianni had scored.
Thanks to the 13 viewers that are currently in. If you watched the game, leave your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, up the Saddlers, shame.
And it's their first win at Oldham since August 2013, Tom Heslop.
It's a perfect win for the Saddlers. That's 3 on the bounce now and 3 wins.
3 goals for the Saddlers, again away from home, which is brilliant. Not pleased about conceding 2, but end of the day, another brilliant result away from home. Second, back-to-back away wins. How do you think we played Oldham? I thought going forward attacking wise, you were decent. Defensively, you weren't great, but we weren't great today defensively. You got some decent players going forward. You say, well done, good luck for the rest of the season. Yeah, I wish Oldham all the best for the rest of the season. I think you guys will be fine this season. But yeah, thanks for the 11 views that are currently in. I'll stay on this live stream for just 5-10 minutes longer, and then I'll end this live stream. It's been a very good live stream today. Just leave your questions in the chat and I'll answer them about the game. So yeah.
For the Oldham defender, but the home side came back into the game with a couple of goals in a 13-minute spell. It was.
I'm very happy with that. Might do my player ratings on here now. Cheers, Seb. Yeah. I think we play you in January at home, so yeah, should look out for that game. So yeah. Play ratings, I'd give Rose an 8 out of 10. Made some excellent saves in goal. Cameron Norman, 8.5 for his quality at right back. James Clark, give him a 7.5 out of 10. Solid again. Dan Scar, give him an 8. One vital headers at the end too. Another solid performance. Zach Jules obviously came off injured in the first half, but had a decent game, and I'd give him like a 6 for the game, 6.5 when he played. Hayden White was solid when he came on too. Tank Taylor says Kinsella was brilliant. Yeah, I'll get onto Kinsella with my player ratings. I'll drop in and you in January. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Rob. Appreciate it a lot. Who do Oldham have next? Just leave it in the chat. Going on to right midfield, it's Rory Holden. He's created quite a few chances today again. But yeah, another decent performance from Holden. And I think he had a decent performance. So I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Another good performance from Holden. Kinsella in the midfield. Absolutely brilliant again from Kinsella. I'm going to give him man of the match. 9 out of 10 for Kinsella. Probably being a bit modest on these player ratings, but 9 out of 10 for Kinsella. Absolutely brilliant. His work around the midfield is absolutely incredible. Just love that passion that he gives for the shirt, and I can't fault it. Well played, Liam. Alfie Bates in the midfield. I thought it's quality. Them two in the midfield. Kinsella does the hard work, and then Alfie Bates, he also works hard too, but sprays the ball around, gets us going in the attack. So I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. Bates was quality again. Wes McDonald, thought he had a very good game again. I got the assist for Adebayo, so I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Thought he had another decent game. Rob says Newport away. Think they lost at Salford tonight. I'm not too sure about that. About the results, but that'll be a tough game. Newport obviously doing up near the top this season, so that'll be a tough game for you. Then the strikers was Adebayo. Can't fault him again. 3 goals in 3 games for Adebayo. And yeah, another goal, so I'm going to give him 8 out of 10 for Adebayo. And Josh Gordon, he got the goal, and probably going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Good to see Josh Gordon back in the squad. But yeah, you're in 11, 1 point off the place. Oh, I'll just have a look at the league table now. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, I'm just getting the league table up, guys. Yeah, you're right, mate. We currently sit 11th in the league. Only 1 point off the playoffs, but Salford got a game in hand. I think some other teams are playing around them. It's brilliant. Three wins in a row. It's absolutely brilliant what Darryl Clark's done recently. We move on to Port Vale on Saturday. Rob says we're decent away. We will score, but we'll definitely concede. Yeah, I thought going forward you were decent. That number 24, Zach Durnley when he came on, Conor McElhenney, Bobby Grant. You got players going forward, but yeah, defensively it could be a bit tighter. But yeah, you're sitting 15th after today's result. So yeah. The say Darryl Clark's teams always get better after Christmas, which we're seeing at the moment. Up to 11th, which is I'm happy with. I couldn't be any happier. You're only 4 points ahead of us. We only had 1 point after 5 games. Yeah, this if you get some form together, then you can move up that league like we've done. So yeah, get some string of wins together, then you soon move up that league. What do you think of Harry Kill, Rob? Do you think he's still the right? Do you think he's the right man for Oldham? How's he doing? But yeah, on to Port Vale on Saturday. There should be a match preview out for that game on Thursday or Friday. I'll see what I can do. I'll be doing another live watch along for the game too, so make sure to tune in to that. I'd appreciate that. I'll just stay in a few more minutes and then I'm gonna go. But yeah, I'm buzzing with today's result. I really am. It's always nice to see Walsall win. Gets you in a happy mood. But yeah, 8 viewers that are in and all the people that have tuned in today. Really appreciate it. Obviously, I had some trouble with the live stream against Bolton, but it's been alright today, the live stream. And thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Appreciate the support on the channel recently. Doesn't go unnoticed, the support. So, yeah. But yeah, up to 11th. If I was thinking the Stevenage game, I didn't think we could get. I think the Tranmere game, I thought we'd get a point. Bolton game, we'd get a point, and then this game we'd get a win. But yeah, we've done better. 9 out of 9. So yeah, I like Hull. We had brand new team, a couple of additions, especially in the midfield. We might finish the season well. Yeah, I hope so. Oldham, they're a big club, and I really don't think they should be in League Two, to be honest. Financial trouble and bad ownership there, so I hope you can get that sorted. You were in the Premier League when it started, so yeah, if you can move up the leagues, hopefully with us too, that'd be nice to see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the live stream very soon now. But yeah, just before I end, just leave your thoughts on the game, and I'll just try and answer some before I leave in the next three minutes probably now. Yeah, we had 8 managers in 3 years. Yeah, I saw that. You had Dino Mamari, I think you had. I think wasn't that 8 managers since Lee Johnson was appointed. When Lee Johnson left Oldham, I think you had 8 managers. Oh no, I don't think so. But you've had a lot of managers over the time since Lee Johnson left, I should say. But yeah, remember Lee Johnson when he was at Oldham coming to play Walsall? To be honest, that was in League One, I think, when we had Dean Smith too. But yeah. See, Seb. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Rob. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and see ya. But yeah, I'm probably gonna leave now. Brilliant result for the Saddlers. Another 3 points, 3 wins in 3 games for the Saddlers. We're on form now. Defensively, we're looking decent. Going forward, looking much better now, and hopefully we can continue this. Going into this busy Christmas period. We've got Port Vale on Saturday. Like I said, I'll be doing a live watch along for that game. Look out for the live preview in the week too for that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this live watch along. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're watching the video after. Leave a like on this. Also, if you'd like to see more live watch alongs, leave them in the comments. And yeah, up the Saddlers. Come on, you Saddlers.